I do believe we are live. Let's see. I'm right about where I want to be. All right. Cheers, Kristen.
Cheers.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
We
so
should
excited.
probably, to make this, I don't know. I guess a great way to start would be, the AC is right on me. I love that. If you want one of the vents, go ahead and
Oh,
take
I'm
it.
okay.
So,
Yeah, I feel pretty good right now.
little fine tuning. 'Cause I don't want this to be right in your face for the camera. Like I don't want to block.
Perfect.
And then we can tilt
I
it
know,
up
it's
that
like
way.
I keep sinking down a
You
little
be
bit.
comfortable,
So.
and we can always move it a little closer. But yeah,
That's great. What do
yeah,
you think?
that's actually picking it up fine.
Okay, perfect.
So let's, because it's so funny and not random, just interesting how I said it when I got here, we barely know each other.
Yeah.
And it was when I was doing the DJ thing in Canby at Wranglers, and you were bartending there for a while. You went somewhere else. You were only there for 6 months or a year when I was doing the karaoke.
So.
Does that
I'm
sound
not sure.
right?
So I was there for about 2 years.
But
total,
I didn't
but
come
you,
in for the
I
whole
think
time.
Only the last
6
I
months
thought
or a
I've-
year.
Maybe a year. I think it was longer than 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been a year. Although
Yeah.
I don't remember, because it seems like a little closer. There you go, perfect.
That good?
It seems
Okay.
like most of because I think it was only karaoke on, was it Wednesday nights that I was doing it? So I
Yep.
was only there one night a week, and then sometimes I would randomly come in on an off night. But I think Melissa worked Wednesdays, so I
Yeah.
didn't. Maybe you were doing the afternoon shift, and that's
So
how
I
we
worked
would.
with Melissa. So we did Whiskey Wednesdays together. There was always 2 bartenders, but she was
That's
the head bartender.
That's right.
Yep. So I did a lot of cocktailing when I worked with her.
Okay, so you
Mhm.
were working the night shifts on
Mhm.
Wednesdays.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
all right.
But I mostly worked pool league when I worked there.
Worked.
The pool league.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Because
So
you
we
had
had
the
8
whole other
teams.
side room that had the pool tables,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. What was it? I think it was 5 or 6 diamond tables.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Which I know a little bit about pool, but that's diamond tables are like top notch. Is that like a big?
I guess.
Is that
yeah.
a big deal?
I never played pool,
Me
but
neither.
the pool people loved me. Like, I was very accommodating to them. So.
I
Yeah.
don't understand. The customers at Wranglers needed to be accommodated to. I don't believe that.
Oh no, never.
Okay, we're kidding.
People out there,
We're not hating
out there.
anybody. We love
no,
all you.
no, love them, miss them so much. I miss
Yes.
Wranglers. That was one of my funnest jobs ever. Like, it was one of the funnest jobs I
Well,
had.
then I can just say, so my memory of you, again, didn't really get to know each other that well. But I just always, it was weird. From the first time I met you, and again, we didn't have a lot of in-depth talks, but the vibe I got off you was, wow, you're just down to earth and real.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not just shining you on because you're on the podcast, but I was like, wow, this girl, there's no pretentiousness here. Kristen is who she is. She doesn't fake it. She seems like you could have a conversation with her. She's real. There's nothing fake there.
yeah.
So we worked again. I was DJing, you were cocktailing and bartending, but we never hung out outside of that. Like I never
Nope.
saw you outside of that. And then
Yeah.
obviously we've been friends on Facebook from that time till now, which gosh, I'm trying to think when I left there.
Well, so my youngest, I was pregnant with my youngest when I quit there, and he is almost 11.
So that would be 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Was I there in 2014? Jesus, I guess I was.
I mean, you had to have been.
No, you're right. It's just weird to think about that because I had been doing the Wild Horse in Malala, and I was living in Vancouver at the time, so it was quite a drive. And then I got to know the former
Katie.
owners. Yeah,
Katie and Jeff. Yeah.
and Katie asked me if I would take Wednesday, so I dropped Wednesdays at Wild Horse. Apologies, Sarah. That was a mistake. Anyway, we don't have to go.
Sorry.
We don't have to go down that drama.
Sorry, but also.
But that was obviously a mistake, Sarah. And I started doing Wednesdays at Wranglers. But yeah, I guess that was 2014. Shit, it doesn't seem like it was 11 years ago. Where is time going?
I know.
Because you just turned 30. Doesn't it seem like you were 21 a day ago?
I mean, kind of, but I also just turned 40.
You could have rolled with it.
No, I'm okay with it. I love being 40 so far. This has been amazing. Like
Yes.
40's like have been my time.
Kids
Oh my God.
don't necessarily believe me, but it only gets better. Seriously.
Like, I believe it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a real
I
thing.
honestly do. Like,
So, okay. So, yes, I only knew you when you were working. But again,
Mhm.
I always just got the vibe that, like, wow, she's just a real down-to-earth person. Had no idea of where you came from. Your backstory I don't even remember that you were pregnant. I don't remember that.
yeah.
You must have you carried the baby well. So, and then you left, and then eventually I left, and, got to be in my mid to late 40s. So, and it's not about me, but at some point I was like, okay, I'm not getting any younger. I have to stop this DJing thing. I need to get a real job. So I got on at Costco. Been there ever since. I fucking love it. But we have been Facebook friends since that time, and I've kind of just seen you randomly post, and yeah, I just reached out. And I've seen some of your posts, so I kind of you've had some health struggles.
Oh,
it sounds like so
Mhm.
we'll
Couple.
talk about that. But once I started doing the podcast, I was like, oh my gosh, I bet she'd be a great conversation. So I just reached out to you, and again, your life is busy, but we were able to coordinate this and do it.
Yeah, I'm glad that we can.
But were you born and raised in Oregon City, or just
No.
went through school here?
So I was actually born in Southern California. I was born in Orange County, in Orange Hospital.
DOC.
We lived in Riverside, and
I
then
know where it's at, yeah.
we moved up here when I was about 6.
So you do have some memories of Orange County.
Okay. Not the best, but
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
and I should preface this. I sent you some links. I can't remember if you listened to some previous podcasts. I'm not trying to get drama or dirt. So you share whatever you're comfortable with.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with everything in my life. Everything in my life has made me who I am, and like
It's
there's
a really
not
healthy
really
outlook.
like.
Okay.
I mean, shit
So
happens.
for the first 6 years in Riverside, was it not good necessarily good memories because of a family situation? You probably weren't even in school at that point. So
No, well,
maybe
no. So
kindergarten or
I
first
was one of the
grade.
youngest people in my class. So I didn't really. I started kindergarten down there, and then we moved up here, and that's where I did all my schooling. But yeah, it was definitely family. I grew up around a lot of addiction, and so
Okay.
that was just we left California and came up here.
Was it for like a job opportunity for one of your parents, or what was the motivation to move?
We left in the middle of the night and left my dad.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we got on a train in the middle of the night
Like
and
an
came up.
Amtrak?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and came up, and I remember getting gum stuck in my hair. That's like what I remember is like being on the train, getting gum stuck, and my mom finding peanut butter to get it out.
Yeah.
And then we came up here and we moved to Beaver Creek with my grandpa. My grandpa was the most amazing man in the world. My mom's dad, my grandpa
Your
Don.
mom's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So your mom is from the area?
Yeah. Well, no and yes.
Okay.
So, she was actually raised in Compton, but she was born in Oregon. So,
Okay.
but my dad was born in California.
And your mom's dad raised her in Compton, but ended up your mom's dad ended up back up here in Beaver Creek.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Partially into her late teenage years. Yeah.
Okay.
So he was an iron worker, moved up here, bought property, did amazing things. This tattoo, he did a bunch of work on the Memorial Coliseum and
Oh, shit.
the
Okay.
Fremont Bridge, and so that's we have a bunch of pictures of them like
So
hanging essentially from rope doing
Is
it.
Sewell your mom's side or your dad's side?
My dad's.
Okay.
My mom's
What
side is Clarkson.
Clarkson.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm, mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So we moved up here, and we lived on my grandpa's property for a while, and then ended up moving to Malala for a short period of time before
Do
we
you,
moved to Oregon City.
And I'll do my best about not interrupting.
No, you're
It's
good.
one of the best things about having a podcast is that as I listen back to them,
Mm-hmm.
and I've learned when I need to shut the fuck up and let the guests talk,
But
which is
also,
really good in even interpersonal communication, just in real life, learning to listen to somebody instead of just waiting for your turn to talk.
yeah,
So,
I think it is also good though to ask a lot of questions and kind of like defer things, because sometimes people can go on and on about a lot of parts of their life. So,
which that's the point of the podcast. I want to let
but there's a lot to hear.
Oh,
There's
so
so
I
much
see.
to hear.
I see. So when you go bowling, the bumpers. I
Yeah,
put the bumpers
I'm like,
on.
I'm
when
thankful
you
to
start
have
going to the gutter, I'm gonna
guided.
nudge you back.
I like to be guided, right? That's really good for me.
That's awesome. So I'm sorry.
No,
6
you're good.
years old.
Mhm.
Leave Riverside and come up here to your grandpa's property outside of Beaver Creek. But then you ended up in Malala at what age?
I think I was 7 or 8.
Okay.
We ended up in Malala, and my dad ended up back up here with us.
Is he from up here?
So, no, he's from California.
Oh, okay.
So, but we had left him down there to
And
come
it was
up
not
here.
a good situation. You left in the middle of the night. Yada.
Okay. And then he came up here, and he ended up back up here. We were in Malala together, and then we were only out there for probably about a year. And during that time, we lived across the street from my cousins and my aunt, and one of my cousins passed away at a very, very, very young age.
Okay.
And then everything kind of got crazy in Malala, and we left, and we came to Oregon City. And that's
So at what age did you come back to Oregon City proper?
8.
And went through the school system here? So
Yes.
elementary and middle school.
Yep.
What was your is Gardner still a school up there on top of the hill?
So it is,
used
but
to be a
it's
middle school.
not. It is a middle. My son goes there,
Okay.
a middle school, but it's not the same school. So they tore down the middle school I went to, Gardner,
Okay.
and rebuilt this fancy thing. Yeah.
Because when I was in high school, and I'm old, I graduated high school in 1990, but when I was in junior high, 7th and 8th grade, we played football against Gardner. It used to be a 7th and 8th grade school, so we played football against them. But now it became
6th, 7th, and 8th.
Okay, but
Yeah.
so it's the same grades, but they've rebuilt it.
Well, when I went there, it was only 7th and 8th, and now it's 6th, 7th, 8th.
Okay. They've expanded
But they
it
completely rebuilt it. Yeah.
and rebuilt it and added a grade.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm assuming Oregon City, just like everywhere else, is growing.
Huge. Yeah.
And then from there, Oregon City High School. Did you go to the new Oregon City High School?
No, I went to the old one. I went to Jackson
the
campus,
hill,
but
yes.
also I went to Moss. So
Yes.
the freshman campus. We had a separate campus for just freshman kids.
That's right.
Yep.
Oh my
yep.
gosh.
Moss
So,
freshman campus. Yeah.
My ex-wife Pam,
Mhm.
who I was with until a year ago, because she was born and raised in Oregon City, lives right over here, like on the hill. Her family home was maybe 3 or 4 blocks from the original Oregon City High School.
Okay.
She told me that was different than Canby because she had to go to Moss for freshman year and then sophomore through senior was.
Yeah.
And I've walked around that whole area. I love all the homes, the older homes on the hillsides here in Oregon City.
Mhm.
Okay, so
But now
Moss,
the Moss freshman campus is where the high school is.
which is on top of the
Yeah.
hill. That used to be Moss.
Yeah.
And now it's the new Oregon. Well,
Yeah.
new to me, but
Yeah.
that's the new Oregon City High School.
Mhm.
So what is Jackson now?
So now it's like a Case, which is like essentially, what do they call that? Like an alternative school or
Right.
yeah.
So is that an alternative school for students that might need some special help or whatever? It's
smaller
not-
class sizes or
Yes, because
yeah.
they need more intensive support maybe. Or
Yep,
they're-
individual care. Yeah.
yeah. I'm trying not to be mean about it, but whether it's emotional struggles, learning disabilities, whatever. If they're
Yeah.
just falling behind,
Uh-huh.
they can go there and get caught up.
Yeah. So in 5th grade, there was potential for my son to go there because of his autism.
Okay.
But then when we did our meeting with Case and with his teachers at the time, we realized it was not a good spot for him. And
Okay.
so we didn't do that. But for a lot of kids, it is great. It is great.
And I'm so glad you mentioned that because now I remember this. Your son, is that the one that saw the sign on the strip club? Is that who we're talking about?
No, that's my youngest. Oh, that
youngest.
kid, yeah.
Tell that story.
He's like me. Oh, so we...
This was just a post that Christen made like a couple weeks ago, and I just loved it. And I was
Oh
like,
my
we are
God.
talking about this
Yeah.
in the podcast.
So my youngest son, Benjamin, we were going out to his friend's house. What is that, Foster? I think it's
Yeah.
Foster.
All the strip clubs are
Yeah.
on Foster.
I mean, most,
I'm
no, strip club per cap, in Portland,
everywhere.
it's everywhere, yeah. So his friend, one of his good friends, just moved out there, and so he wanted to go for a sleepover. So I'm driving him out, and we're driving down, and all of a sudden he goes, angels! There's angels! And I'm like, what? And he's like, angels. And I'm
Now,
like,
how old is he?
10.
So it was impulsive. He just saw a sign that said angels, and there's
Mhm.
angels there.
Yeah.
And you're.
And I look up and I'm like, oh my God. And it's just a picture of a naked lady with wings. And I'm like, okay.
It's a silhouette. Come on.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully
okay.
there wasn't
It's a
nipples
silhouette.
on
Yeah.
that. There's
no,
no
no.
nipples.
A silhouette with wings, right? So
Yes.
angels. And I'm like, oh. And he goes, that's how I know we're getting close. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly right. Yep. And we are. We're real close. But I was like, how do you even what?
So the landmark for where his friend lives is a strip club.
Yeah.
That he
We're
knows
about
that, he knows
2
that,
blocks.
that we're getting close to his friend's house because we passed the angels.
Yeah, the angels.
And, you know, I don't know.
It was real
I will-
innocent for him, but for me, oh.
So this was all an inside joke for you.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't realize.
He had no
what he
idea.
was-
Even
he
after.
still has no idea what he's looking
Nope,
at.
no clue.
That's awesome.
No clue. Nope. He has no
But
idea.
your little, you posted it, and then your commentary on it was fucking hilarious. You're like,
Yeah.
I can't remember what you said, but
Yeah.
it was something like, wow, this actually just happened.
Yeah. It surprised me for sure. I wasn't sure how to take it. But that kid, he always surprises me. He's a lot like me. Like that, he's a lot like me.
So you've seen that from the time he was born?
Since he
Just
has his
very-
own little personality. Yeah.
Oh, you have personality? No way.
No. No, I'm pretty dull.
No, you're not sassy at
I'm-
all.
I'm quiet. I'm dull. Nobody knows I'm there ever.
Oh my God.
Said no one ever. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. No.
So let's touch base on that. 2 sons.
Yeah. No, I have 2. I have an almost
so
11-year-old.
Just 2 children.
Yeah.
I don't know, so I'm asking.
Yep,
Okay.
yep,
2
2
and,
kids.
The oldest is.
So the oldest is 14.
Okay.
His name is Kyle. He's actually
Kyle.
named after my late brother.
Oh, that's
Well,
cool.
I mean, he was named after my brother before.
So
he
let's say
passed.
Kyle and I'm sorry, the younger
Benjamin.
one is Benjamin.
Yeah.
Kyle and Benjamin.
Yeah. So Benjamin's 10, almost 11. Kyle's 14, just turned 14.
And Kyle's the one that has autism.
Correct. Yeah.
What level? I don't even know what the right words are, but how
He-
functioning is he?
So he is pretty high functioning,
Good.
and as he is getting older, he is definitely maturing, and we see things. But I mean, there's always gonna be things.
Yeah.
So we really didn't notice anything with him until preschool, but we started both of our kids in preschool at a really young age, at 3, as soon as they could, just to get the socializing. And we didn't notice it right away until his teacher had pointed out and was like,
Okay.
hey, you might want to do a little testing. We're like, what?
Well, I guess that piqued my interest because I have so Pam's nephew. Long story. Anyway, he's kind of has an adopted son who is now graduated high school, college age. So he is a very high functioning autistic. Or is it Asperger's? Gosh damn, I keep.
I mean, they're both so similar.
So he's the one that will be able to he will be able to live on his own.
Okay. Most likely
then
Asperger's.
His sister is the one that will always need some kind of assisted living situation. And then I have, Pam's really good friends that live in Santa Clarita, which is kind of where Magic Mountain is.
Okay.
So Valencia, Santa Clarita, Southern California. Their son, Reese Bowen, again, I think he has autism, but he's he should work on the space program. He's
Oh,
so
God.
fucking technically smart, but it's the simple things that he misses sometimes. So is that kind of how your Benjamin?
No,
Is-
Kyle.
Kyle.
Mhm.
Is
Yeah.
that-
Yeah, so it's a lot of fine motor skills and things like that. So he's crazy smart. He's way too smart for his own good. He's
like
always
he knows stuff you don't know.
Oh, by
Like
far.
He has
So
to help you. He has to explain to you how to use your computer or your phone.
1000%. Or he will talk to me about something. I have to Google it so I can actually have a conversation with him about it because he knows everything about it. He will find interest in something and he will learn everything. He hyper focuses and learns everything he can about it.
It's a
the solar
superpower.
system. Right away we knew it was Thomas the Train, right? When he was 3.
Oh,
Thomas the Train, man.
Yes.
Oh, that will always hold a spot in my heart. Like,
Aw.
oh man, it was amazing. He knew every train, hundreds of them. You could show a face and he knew it, right? Like
wow.
he has like a photogenic memory. It's
Okay.
crazy. But I mean, I can't get him to brush his teeth, or like he can't tie shoes.
It's
and
some of
we've
the simple day-to-day things that he struggles with.
Absolutely.
Which this can, with the proper support, proper I don't
therapy,
want to say training, therapy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
He can get there someday.
So he does occupational therapy, and I mean, he could live in like a group home if that was what he chose to do, or he could live with me or his dad. I mean, like,
is there ever a scenario where he could live in a community where he gets his own apartment, his own living space, but there are people there to help if needed? You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Is that a thing?
Maybe. Because like I said, he has blossomed as he's matured.
Yeah.
So it could potentially, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. But, I mean, maybe not. And that's okay, too.
And his,
either way.
his dad's in the area?
Yeah.
Obviously,
He
'cause
lives
that's
like a mile and a half away.
That's probably where they're at right now. So.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So,
Very
and
cool.
co-parenting there is real good. We've been able to do
That's amazing.
really great for years.
That makes
so
me happy.
yeah.
Good.
Oh, it makes things so much easier. Like, and
Yes.
his partner, they're not married, but they've been together forever. They have a 5-year-old daughter. She's great. She's amazing stepmom to them, and I can trust that they're fine there.
That
and
makes my heart happy.
we
you
do.
You don't ever have to worry when they're with them. That's
no,
awesome.
and we do holidays together. We do
Aw.
vacations together. Like,
That's so
it's not
fucking
your
healthy.
Yeah, it's not your average.
I
like,
wish the younger generation could appreciate that, because that's healthy.
it's
That's how it
about
should
the
be.
fucking kids. Hello, it's about the kids.
Yes!
Put your shit aside. Like, be fucking adults. I'll tell you, you can have disagreements, but you don't have to fucking make people suffer because of it.
And you don't have to use your kids as weapons, and you
No.
don't have to involve them in your disagreements.
No.
And at the end of the day, if the whole goal is to take care of the kids and raise them right, we can work this shit out.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, so people talk about our situation a lot because, like I said, we do holidays and vacations together, but it's not just me and him and her. It's also her ex-husband and her other ex-husband and all the kids, right?
I have nowhere to speak because I've been married 3 times. So high five to whatever her name is.
It's great.
That's awesome.
They have an amazing thing.
And all 3 of my wives are amazing people. There's no hard feelings there. So yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Keep talking.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, it's just great that, like, because we're all adults and just level-headed people, we can live life and be like, we talk about having a family compound, all of us getting property and having our own separate houses, but there so that we can raise our kids and do it together, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody, like, there is no love thy neighbor anymore, or like everybody kind of is selfish now, and it's crazy. And it's so hard to live that it's nuts. People need to really, like, take care of each other.
Yeah, and I wish that was more of a neighborhood thing, like a community thing, like you used to say.
This area is pretty good about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if you go 2 blocks away, there's a community garden. There's just fruit and vegetables out all the time.
Everybody gets to have their own little plot and plant their whatever they want.
Yeah, they get to do whatever they want there. Yeah.
Wow.
It's nice. This area is really nice as far as that goes. I know we were talking about that a little bit earlier.
Do you have siblings?
Oh my God. Yeah, I have so many.
Oh, I just opened the door, didn't I?
Oh my God, yeah.
Go ahead.
So
You
let's
have
see.
the floor.
Yeah, okay. So from my mom and dad, so John and Susan, there was 4 of us. My oldest sister is Lauren, and she's 45. And then I have a sister who's 42, Allison. I'm turning 41. Our brother, he passed away a little less than 3 years ago, and
Okay.
he would be 40 next year.
Okay.
So there's 4 of us from the same mom and dad.
And your siblings are in the area?
So they all are now. So me and Allison and my mom have all lived here for a long time. My brother moved back up from California about 2 years before he passed.
Didn't you, in the last 3 or 4 weeks, post a photo with you and your sister? Is that right?
Which
it
one?
It was
Yeah.
the same last name.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it was at Coasters.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
okay.
my oldest sister.
Is that who that was? Okay.
She lived in Astoria for, oh God, I think maybe 10 years. It was maybe even 15. It was a long time. And recently, about a year and a half ago, moved back to the area with my nephew, who is almost 21.
Okay.
And so they're back in the area. So now we're all here. And so it's like, it's great. And she has now picked up some shifts at my work. So it's kind of great.
That's right. You were.
Yeah.
I thought you were both working.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So it was nice. We both, well, all three of us sisters bartend and serve.
Okay.
So it's in the family. And when she came back, she had started working at a gym at first. And then she was like, I need to kind of get a bar job. And I was like, pick up shifts at Coasters. There's always shifts. So she also works up at the mountain. And so she works at Ski Bowl.
Oh, right,
at
right.
the
During
bar
season.
up there.
During
well,
the season or year round?
Right now, too, because weddings and
Yes.
such. But and then she just picked up their job at Vogies. So
At where?
Vogies.
I.
It's in Gladstone. Small little dive bar.
Is it right on 99?
No, it's right on Portland Avenue.
Okay. Haven't heard of
yeah.
it. And Coasters is just across the bridge in Gladstone, I think, isn't it? Right on 99?
Correct, yeah. Yep.
Is it before? Because I've looked at some of the photos of it. You go over the Gladstone, the bridge into Gladstone, and it's down on the right.
Correct, yeah.
And then it's
right before Jennings.
It's right before you get to. Oh, what was that motorcycle bar?
The Lair. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It used to be Pete's Lair. Now it's called the Lair.
Because back in the day, like when I first started DJing before it was my full-time job, I was working for another DJ company, Doug Lyman, JD Black. But
Did you?
That was one of my gigs there. I was the KJ at Pete's Lair.
Did you ever DJ at Dominic's when it was around?
Yes.
Okay, so I worked at Dominic's too.
Dominic's. Remind me where that's at.
So now it's Stadiums. It used to be Buddies. It was Buddies.
On 99
and then,
McLaughlin?
across from the theater.
And it's kind of
Oak Grove
almost.
8.
Yes. God, did you?
I
were
bartended there. Yeah. When my oldest was a baby. Yeah.
We probably met there then. And
I bartended there until it closed.
I hope
Fucking
you
Mike
don't-
Barbieri.
I hope you don't remember me there because that when I was first starting and I was fucking horrible. I didn't know what I was doing.
You know, do you know what just popped up the other day from there was wet t-shirt contest. Fucking, we did wet t-shirt contest there. So honestly, I don't think you have anything to worry about. There was so much.
No, Dominic's definitely
place.
they set the bar up here.
Oh gosh.
And I was down here, so I was not delivering on the classy level of service that they wanted me to do. They were having wet t-shirt contests.
Oh yeah.
It was a thing in the late
man.
90s, early 2000s. That's just so fucking douchey. This is why I like getting older. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
No, you're good.
Because I look back at spending 15 years total as a DJ and then 8 years full time. I have so many cringe-worthy moments as a DJ, especially because as a DJ I could drink when I was working, which is not healthy. The shit that happens in those clubs, nothing good. This is one of the best things about COVID. Well, one of the only, I don't want to get political, one of the few good things about COVID is places stop staying open so late.
Yeah.
Nothing good happens after 11 p.m. on a Friday night.
Oh,
you
God.
should just shut down.
Oh, absolutely.
So.
It's never good. Yeah. No, that's... Bars late night are terrible. Terrible. But, they can also be a lot of fun.
They do. I have so many good memories, and I met so many good people like you and so many other people. I still have friendships that I've had them on the podcast. Not even, that's not about the podcast, but I have friendships of people that are really important to me that I care about. But there was also so many, some bad moments.
Oh my gosh.
I was at, so my regular gig for 8 years, when I had like a 4 nights a week gig was Puff's Pub in Gresham. Do you know, have you heard of it?
I've heard the name, but I've never been there.
It's one of the Wichitas. There's a Wichita pub in Oregon City.
Oh,
so
yeah.
They all started out as the same owners, a partnership with a few guys. There's one in Clackamas off Sunnyside, Wichita there, and then the one in Puff's Pub in Gresham. So that was my regular gig, but I was there. I was DJing the night that somebody got shot in the fucking head as I was playing music.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the first aha moments for like, wow, I should probably get a real job with a pension and a retirement and and medical benefits and so anyway, sorry, it's not about me.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Dominic's, that fucking cracks me up. Yeah, I was probably
that place
there.
was wild too. Yeah.
So again, this is about you, and
Okay,
the point of it was, you're kind of the reason I started this is people like you that have kids I wanted to capture people's stories so that when we're gone, people can hear your offspring, your children, family members that still are here can hear you tell your story instead of having to just hear family that knew you tell it anecdotally about, wow, this is what Christen was like or whatever. So yeah,
I think it's amazing because nobody tells it better than
the person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then you get their truth.
And honestly, like some things you don't really think about. That they happen until you're talking to someone, and then it like triggers, and you're like, oh
right.
yeah.
I see what you're saying. It's something that like you haven't thought about in a while, but then they ask the right question or they, suggest a topic, and you're like, oh shit, that was an important moment.
That was a really important moment in my life. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All through high school in Oregon City, and this is where I'm putting the bumpers on. So we're going to get back on the focus.
Yep. Hell yeah, let's do it.
I love that analogy that you brought up. That's great. I need bumpers.
I do. I can go and rant.
So
forever.
all through high school, in Oregon City, and then what happened after high school? Did you want to go to college? Did you have a career path idea? Or?
No, I started in the restaurant world really young, and that was just okay with me. When I got done with school, me and a couple friends, my mom moved out of the house that we lived in as a teenager.
I should say this. If I glance over, it's just to make sure that
everything's on there.
Yeah, and also I should make sure it's still recording. I have made that one mistake where I thought I hit record and I didn't, but no, we're doing good. Yeah,
perfect.
It's still running. So,
yeah.
And I'll just glance over to make sure the mic is still working.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. After high
no,
school,
you're good.
What was the plan?
I didn't really have a plan. I originally thought
you
maybe,
look like a person with a plan.
Well, I thought maybe like cosmetology school, right? Like that was going to be my thing. Okay. I love doing hair. It's great. But then I didn't do that.
And you have amazing hair, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
But did you seriously, from that age, at 18 or 19, maybe that was a possibility? You were kind of considering that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't have, I don't know. I just didn't have a real big goal in life. I was not real motivated at a young age at all. Yeah, so I got done with school. That's kind of what I figured. And my mom decided to move out of the house that I grew up in my teenage years. And that house is owned by a family friend that lived in Alaska. And so I was like, hey, can I just stay here with some friends? So my mom moved out and a couple friends moved in. And we rented that house. And yeah. Yep. And now actually my uncle lives there. Yeah. Right up the hill, right by Gardner. The block in front of Gardner. So that's where.
Next to my uncle.
Oh, really?
My uncle is up 2 blocks away from Gardner.
Oh, yeah. We're like the block before Leonard Street.
Johnson Street. 1106 Johnson Street.
Okay. Okay, yeah. How funny, yeah.
He was there when you were going to Gardner.
Yeah, so that's where, so I lived most of my life on Leonard Street in front of Gardner, my younger years.
In front of my face when I was responding. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, that's okay. So rented that house and with a few friends.
From high school friends or?
Yeah, well, one of my friends, Cassie, who I had known since middle school, best amazing person in the whole world. She passed away just a couple years ago.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I lost 5 amazing people in my life in like 5 years. Like it was wild. It was a wild 5 years.
I guess that'll give you some perspective.
Cassie was the last one I lost, and it was hard. It was real hard. She was great. So, but I lived there with her and her boyfriend Jerome, and then one of their friends, and we rented that house for a couple years before I moved out. They stayed there, and then I got my own place down here, my own little apartment for the first time in a historical house, and that was pretty short-lived. I hated living alone.
Okay.
It was me and my cat, and it was really, really quiet, and I did not like that. I came from a big family. We're really loud, so being alone was terrible. And my sister and her fiance had moved into a house just not far from that, and they had like a downstairs basement that had like a separate living area, just no kitchen. That was the only thing missing, and it had like separate entrance, so I moved in there with them.
Okay.
That was great. I lived with them, and then I met baby daddy.
Okay.
So that's.
And as far as work, was this kind of where you started getting into the service industry?
Oh, I've always been. I started Mike's Drive-In when I was 15 years old. I made milkshakes right here in Oregon City, 2 blocks away.
A shout out to Mike's.
Yeah, I love
because Pam's, my ex-wife's, her mother and father met at Mike's.
Oh.
Yes. Oh my God, there's so much history here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, though.
Yeah.
It's not about
Yeah.
me.
No. So yeah.
So that was kind of
That was my first job. Yeah, Mike's
my
Drive-In
God.
when I was 15. It was actually right after I had surgery for my first tumor.
At what age?
So I was 15, almost 16 when I started there. Mm-hmm.
And when and how did you discover you have a tumor?
I discovered it because, I had surgery for it when I was a sophomore, but I discovered it because I just taking a bath. I looked down and my rib cage was popping up. Real weird, right? It just looked weird.
Like a lump?
No, like it was disformed. My rib cage was like popping up, like it was like not connected all the way right here, and it was
Okay.
bulging out. And so then went to the doctor, and they're like, oh, they did MRIs. They checked out. They couldn't find anything.
At 15.
Yeah. So then they did exploratory surgery, and they found a golf ball-sized tumor in there, but it was lipoma, non-cancerous.
Glaucoma?
Lipoma.
Lipoma. So
Mhm.
what? It's
So like a
tumor
fatty
that's
tumor.
growing on what?
It was just growing on my rib cage.
So your rib cage, not like your lung or something.
Nope, on my
Okay.
rib cage. Yeah. So it was like a fatty tumor,
Okay.
and it was benign.
So, benign.
Mhm,
That's where I was
mhm.
going with
Yep,
this.
it was
Okay.
benign. Yeah.
Okay.
And so they removed it. And after a year, I went in and had to have like scar tissue removed that had built up from me not moving enough and it
Right.
building up. And then since then, no issues. But yep, so I had that
But
tumor.
that's 15.
Mm-hmm.
And you're working at Mike's, but then you end up, again, after high school, always in the service industry.
Yeah.
Moved into that apartment by yourself with your cat, but
Hated it.
you didn't
yeah.
like being alone.
Yeah.
So let's go from there.
Yeah. So then I moved in with my sister and my niece.
And they were in Oregon City too?
Correct. Yeah. Just
Okay.
not far from here.
Okay.
Closer to the old high school.
Yeah.
Yep, and I lived with them for I think it was a little less than 2 years, and that's when I met my kid's dad, Wes. And
Well,
yeah,
your children's father, we should give him a name.
Wesley,
Wesley.
Wes. He goes by Wes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Uh-uh.
My brother's name is Wes.
Oh, it's so funny.
And I'm going to tag my brother in this podcast. That's so
Yeah.
fucking tedious.
Yeah, no, that's
Way
funny.
too small
yeah.
for. Anyway, so
yeah,
you met
so,
him, had 2 amazing kids.
yeah, so I had worked at the Coney Island
Yeah, I know
for a
where
very
it's at.
short period of time.
Okay.
And that's where I met Wes. He worked at Howell's right here in Oregon City.
Howell's.
Howell's restaurant, sort of across from 7-Eleven, like the oldest restaurant in Oregon City. They, you walk in it,
It's across from the what? Oh,
From
the 7-Eleven on
7-Eleven.
the hill.
yeah, right here.
So
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a restaurant there.
It's right next to that barber shop. That's
Yeah,
right
no,
when
I
you're
know
coming
where
up
it's
the
at,
hill.
but
Yeah.
I've never been in there. But
Oh, it's
okay,
great. Oh,
okay.
it's great. You should go in there. Yeah,
Okay.
great little divey, great food. Yeah.
Nice.
So he worked there, and I worked at the Coney, and that's where we met. And
Yeah,
that's
and you were smitten right away.
well,
'Cause
I
he's
don't
fucking
know.
amazing.
I mean,
No, go
Wesley
ahead,
is great,
Go
but
ahead and
no,
tell your
that's
truth.
yeah, that's not what happened.
I'm
we
kidding.
we were bartenders and we were having a great time.
I'm just messing
yeah,
with you.
no, we love Wes so much. I have so much respect for him. But yeah, so met Wes, and shortly into our relationship, I got pregnant with Kyle.
I mean, you know how that happens, right? You know what causes
You know it happened. It happened.
that.
It was a moment.
I'm kidding.
The moment was interesting. I never thought I wanted kids. I wanted to be that cool aunt. I had just gotten both of my niece and nephew Power Wheels for Christmas. I was like, I'm going to be that cool aunt. And then I got pregnant, and it was great. It was at first really scary, but he really wanted kids.
And what age?
So let's see. I was 27
Okay.
when I got pregnant with Kyle.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so then Kyle was a rough pregnancy.
So not just the birth, but the actual pregnancy was
Yeah.
kind of rough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And not like I felt great, but they kept giving me so many scares. Like they kept, like they were telling. Oh, they said that at first that they thought I had placenta previa, and they were doing all these testing for that. And then I went in for like genetic screening, and my tests were all out of whack. They're like, oh, typically, it's like a 1 across the board or like a 2 across the board, and you're 1s and you're 2s and you're all over the place. And I'm like, oh, okay.
So genetic screening, is that kind of a
Checking
standard?
for like,
Is that a standard test that they do for every birth, every pregnancy, or?
No, it's optional. So it's more to check for disformities or Down syndrome or anything that you might want to look out for.
Right.
Yeah.
Any red flags?
Yeah, essentially. So mine were all over the place, and they were like, oh, that's kind of weird, but didn't really do a lot with it. So I had a million ultrasounds. They checked, everything with me, and I was fine. Right, so I was fine. They kept saying, oh,
it seemed like a normal, healthy pregnancy.
Yeah, for the most part, until...
but it was rough, you said.
Well...
Rough because of all this
yes,
testing.
Because of them.
You
felt
fine.
I felt great. Okay. I loved it. I loved being pregnant. But they made me so scared about everything. They were like, oh, this is going on, and I'm like, what? And then they wanted to test for all these things. Thank God my mom went with me to so many things, because there was one test they want to do, and she's like, is that safe during pregnancy? And they're like, oh, she's pregnant. Oh. It was wild. So... our healthcare system's interesting.
It's fucking amazing is the word you're looking for.
But in all fairness for them, Kyle was supposed to be a twin. Turn it off?
No, I wouldn't say turn it off, but can you turn the fan on low? Or just don't point it at me. That's perfect.
There it is.
Unless you're hot.
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all. No, I'm
so you're
great.
good? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not as
go.
loud. Yeah.
No, I like it, but I was like, for the first time ever in my entire life, I'm a little cold.
Yeah, because you're right in front of it. Yeah.
I'm not actually cold, but no, I mean.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I mean,
but rightfully so. They, when he came, there was a reason. He was supposed to be a twin. And that's why I was having all these crazy things going on. And that's why they thought I had placenta previa. And that's why, because I had a fully intact sac of water with no baby, right? He absorbed the baby at some point. But so they thought I was carrying in front of my placenta, but really it's because there was another sac of water. So
got it. Okay.
It was a frightening pregnancy. We made it through. Okay, that's gonna be bad. Sorry, Wes. Love you, but it's the truth. So the end of my pregnancy, Wes made some poor decisions, right? So like I said, we were drinkers. We were partiers when we met. I got pregnant. I was forced to stop
Everybody
drinking.
has flaws, so we're not
nobody's
judging here.
No, not at all. He didn't stop drinking. He made a poor decision and ended up in jail for a few days, right? That was well before Kyle was born. But then coming to when Kyle was supposed to be born, we went to court and we talked to the judge about, hey, can he not go finish out his sentence or his sentencing, whatever it is, until after the baby's born? And she's like, okay, I'm going to give you 2 weeks. You go home, you do whatever you can to make this baby come, right? He didn't come. So Wes had to go to jail. So Wes went to jail for a couple days. Wouldn't you know it, I go into fucking labor.
Of course.
So I go into labor. My best friend comes over, and she's hanging out with me, and I'm like, oh, like this sucks, whatever. It's the night before he's supposed to get out of jail, and I'm like, I just want to hold off. So she takes me to the hospital. They check me out, and they're like, you only dilated to a 3. You're fine. We're going to give you something for the pain. Just let you hang out. I'm like, can I go home? Right. And they're like, well, is someone going to be with you? And I was like, I'll make sure someone's with me. I just want to go home. I don't want to stay here and do this. And so they let me go home. My best friend had just had a baby. We were pregnant at the same time. She had her baby a month before me. She went home.
This was all recent for her. She'd kind of been through it. She knew everything that was going on.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And we had been friends since we were teenagers. So, it was great. And
but the recent experience is nice that she had that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
she was with me. And she was, and then she had to go home to her baby. So my sister Allison, amazing as well, right? Amazing mom, comes over and spends the night with me. And she is like, okay, I'm just going to track your contractions. Let me know what's happening. We're rolling into like 4:30 in the morning, and I'm like, do you think I could take a bath? I'm so uncomfortable. She's like, yeah, just hit the wall if you're having contraction. I'm like, okay. So I'm in there, I hit the wall. And she comes, she's like, you have to fucking go. We have to go. You have to go. So we go, and we get there, and they're like, she's dilated to an 8. She can't have an epidural. I'm like, what the? Nope, I have to have something. They're like, nope, you can't have anything. And I'm like,
Is that because it was happening so fast that they give you an epidural? They're afraid it's going to slow it down. Is that
I get
why?
it. Well, so no, I think it's just after a certain point, it's like dangerous. I don't really understand why.
Maybe what it is, and I'm spitballing here, but if you're that far into it, maybe they're like, well, there's no point because it's not going to take effect until after you don't
I'll
need
tell
it.
you, nope, thank God, because a freaking extra, so I couldn't get it because I was so far along, and the anesthesiologist that was there was in for a emergency C-section, right? So
He just
he
happened
could not.
to be there?
Well, another one popped in. I got my epidural. Thank fucking God. I got my fucking epidural. So he shows up and he's like, I can do it. And he pops in. He's like, I love women this far along. Like, you didn't even flinch. I was in so much pain. He just put it right in.
There's no debate.
Thank fucking God he was there. That's the only way that Wes made it to that birth, right? So that slowed everything down. Slowed everything down except for then I'm like in labor and the nurse comes in and she's like, oh. And I was like, what? She's like, oh. I'm like, what? And she's not telling. I'm gonna get the doctor, and I'm like, what? I'm like, asking him, I'm
Is
like,
this
what?
at Willamette Falls?
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where my mom passed, so I'm familiar with the hospital. But anyway, go ahead. We're not judging.
My sister almost died there too after giving birth. So, yeah. And then I tell my sister, I'm like, take a fucking picture. What is going on? So she takes a picture, and that's when we discovered the fully intact sack of water that nobody knew anything about, right?
Oh.
So that had came out before Kyle came. So that happened, and they're like, she's ready to give birth. And they're telling my mom, we're going to make her push because I'm trying to hold off for Wes, right?
Right.
Wes's sister had just left to go get him from the jail.
Yes.
That
Thank God
motherfucker-
for family.
That
Thank God
fucker
for
runs
family.
in. I kick everyone out, and I push that baby out. Like, I swear to God, it was in minutes.
This really happened?
Yeah.
Right when Wes got there, you.
He literally walked in. I held off until he got. I didn't want him to miss his
This
first
has a
freaking
happy
kid.
ending.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
Oh,
thank
God.
God.
You for that.
It was amazing.
I was afraid
So-
that story was going to go a
Nope,
different way.
he made it.
No,
He freaking made it.
Oh,
So, yep.
that makes
So
me
he
happy.
walks in. I give birth. We have Kyle.
That's amazing.
It was really scary. He was jaundice really jaundice. So he wasn't passing the, starts with the M, whatever it is that they need to poop out in order to get everything flowing.
Oh, right.
And so his liver function wasn't great. He was
Got it.
yellow. He was, so we were having to put him under a Billy light. And so
Okay.
it's like a light, essentially like a really strong vitamin D, right? And it's supposed
like
to help with
basically
that.
put you under the sun,
Mm-hmm.
and that makes your body do something to help with
Produce,
this.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we do that at the hospital, and then in order to go home, we have to get him like a Billy blanket. So he looked like a glowworm. So like for the first week of his life, he would like every few hours we have to wrap him up in this glow blanket. And then what really did it though was my mom researching herself that like she ended up having to use a thermometer barely and like ended up getting things going herself, and then he wasn't jaundiced anymore. We used to have to go in and get him checked every morning to the hospital and get him pricked and get his bilirubin checked, and it was like he just was not pooping enough. Well, my mom saw something about like stimulating just a little bit, and and that is, I swear to God, what did it. And then all
Where
of a
does
sudden,
that come
he
from?
was fine.
How does your mom have that knowledge?
She worked at a
Instinctual
hospital for a
or- oh,
while.
so I don't know.
But not as a nurse or anything, but in the library. And so
Oh,
maybe
okay.
she just...
She picked up some ancillary
And
knowledge.
also, she's just an amazing fucking person. I mean, she's a mom.
Shout
All
out to
moms
your
are
mom.
great. I mean,
What's
dads
your
are great
mom's name?
too.
What's your mom's name?
Susan.
Susan.
Yeah.
Shout out to Susan.
Yep, she's great. She's amazing.
So
Wouldn't
you
be
get
here.
past that.
Yep.
And yeah, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So we have Kyle. Kyle was by himself for almost 3 years before he had Benjamin. And those 3 years we didn't know that anything was different with Kyle because he was our only kid. And aside from like being around like my nieces and nephews, we weren't around a lot of kids.
So there was no red flags.
No.
In the early development stages.
No. Mm-mm.
There was no, he interacted with other kids what seemed in a normal fashion.
Well, what we thought until you look back on it.
Well, hindsight's
Yeah.
fucking 2020.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
course.
So like we brought this up the other day. Wes was like, I brought up the Children's Museum, the Portland Children. I was like, oh yeah, remember when Kyle was like 2 and we brought him and a kid grabbed his train, like I said, the Thomas thing, and that kid bit on. My son bit that kid so, and like
Okay.
he it was like
Some
great, you know.
an inappropriate reaction
Yeah,
to
yeah.
that stimulus.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, looking
But
back,
overstimulating.
in the
yeah.
moment, you
Mhm.
don't notice it. but,
No, not
yeah.
until like I said, when he went to preschool and he was around kids on a regular basis. And our preschool is co-op, so we had to be there. Not had to, we got to be there and interact and like help them
Yeah,
learn
That's cool.
a couple times a week. And so
So
then
you
I
and
would
Wes
see
are
them
still
interact.
together, and then you have your Benjamin,
Mm-hmm.
the younger one.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, surprise. He was a big surprise. And that's when I was at Wranglers. Yeah.
that's holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Again, we go back to 2013, 2014.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah. So then I
gosh.
had Benjamin in
Did, what,
2014.
totally off topic.
Yeah.
Did Wesley ever come into Wranglers when?
No.
Okay, then I never met him.
So no.
All
So
right, well,
Wesley.
My brother's also Wes, so cheers to you, buddy. But
Yeah. Wesley didn't. We kind of had it. So like he worked at Howells for 10 years, and that was like our home base, if you will, because he worked all the time.
yeah,
He still does. Still does. He is a workaholic, so he works all the time. So like I have Kyle's first like 3 years when it was just Kyle and me and Wes.
Yeah.
Every New Year's, Christmas, whatever, pictures of us at Howells.
that's awesome.
My baby shower for Kyle at Howells. I mean, one of them. Yeah, I mean, that's just where we did things. Yeah, and then, so then, nope, Wes never came out to Wranglers. I don't think he ever once came out to Wranglers, ever.
And then I'm sure I didn't meet him.
Yeah.
You guys have Benjamin,
Mm-hmm.
and at some point, just doesn't work out, whatever.
Year later, yeah.
But so what happened after, where did you go when you quit Wranglers?
Let's see. So Wranglers, I left Wranglers and I went to the Monarch Hotel.
Oh, off of Clackamas.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I worked at the Monarch Hotel. So I was at the Monarch Hotel off and on for like over 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I was there during the switch to De Fuego.
And actually now, the Fuego.
Mm-hmm.
Why does that sound familiar?
So the restaurant inside the Monarch Hotel used to be
Yeah.
called Sam's,
Yeah.
and then at one point, we had a
No,
contract.
you should burp on mic. Just do it. Own it.
People, oh my God! Normally I burp and people are like, "Excuse you," and I'm like,
No, do it on
All right,
mic.
well,
I want to get
"All
this
right, you're gonna
documented.
regret that, man. The White Claws really do it."
And we're not going to edit this shit out. So.
Oh, good. Me in full force. So yeah, so the Monarch Hotel used to have a really cool restaurant called Sam's. So the owner of the Monarch Hotel was Sam, and then we had a contract with Southwest Airlines, and their pilots and flight
Yes.
attendants stayed there.
Yes.
So they would shuttle, and they had it for over 20 years.
Oh, and inside joke. The airline industry has kind of got smart to this. They no longer house the flight attendants and the pilots in the same hotel. They separate them.
That's a really good decision.
You think? All right. I do.
I saw some things.
If everything's anonymous, we can talk about this. But my current
Jesus.
better half. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that, but I know I've heard stories. Anyway, I have to go potty, so I'm going to pause it real quick.
Please do. Yep.
You have to go potty too. So, the great thing about I'm going to give a shout out to OBS, the software. It's an open source software that is free. You can do podcasts on it, and a lot of people use it if they do online gaming. But we can do this thing called Pause the
Hell yeah.
friggin' podcast.
Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Now, so I think we left off.
Having Benjamin, I think, is.
Yes, but also, Benjamin. When I actually met you, you were still working there. So let's actually finish that story. I do want to get into some of your health story.
I was just gonna actually, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah, but also let's finish that you actually got pregnant with Benjamin when you were working at Wranglers.
Yeah.
And you kind of jokingly said that was a little bit of an accident.
Oh God,
Wasn't expected.
yeah.
But let's talk about Benjamin.
Yeah. So Benjamin, it was a little bit. Wes and I were not meant to be, right? So like we have two amazing kids. We were not meant to be. I love Wes, but we both knew it. And we hadn't even had sex in so long. Had sex one time, got pregnant with Benjamin.
Okay, now you're sharing too much, but go ahead. I'm
Anyways,
kidding. That's
it
a joke.
happened
That's
once.
a joke. I'm
And
kidding.
then within a year of Benjamin being born, then we split up because it was, you
Okay.
know, but Benjamin and Kyle are the most amazing kids in the whole entire world. And I'm so thankful for them. But right before we split up is when, like, kind of the health stuff happened.
No,
That's
but
when it
let's
all
go back
started
to when you
happening.
were 15 and you had that tumor on your ribs.
Oh, well, I mean,
So,
so
but
that happened,
is that
but then
not
nothing
is that
really
not
happened
related
after
to your
that.
later?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Okay.
That's
So
never been addressed
that
again.
happened at 15 years, and then you were good until age 30,
Until,
29.
so 30, well, 30, almost 31. Yeah, almost 31. Benjamin was almost a year, and
So what was the other the next major
yeah,
health
so
scare?
this was
Check 1 2. Yep.
a fluke. So I was still working at Wranglers. I took the kids out to Wes's aunt's house, and all of a sudden I was just having really bad side pain, and it just would not go away.
The same side
No, it was, or yeah, same side.
on your
Yeah.
left side.
Yep, same
But it
side.
wasn't related to what happened at 15.
Nope, not
Okay.
at all. Yeah. So, side pain, go in, because they're like, well, maybe like appendicitis, because apparently, even though your appendix is on this side, sometimes the pain is on this side.
Yeah.
So they
It's
have me
called
come in.
sympathy pain, I think.
I guess,
Yeah.
whatever it is. And so they go in and they check it and they do a CAT scan. And they're like, oh, no, you're fine. Like, it's just a virus that mimics pain.
Was it a pain that just showed up when you were doing certain
Nope,
movements?
it was just all
or-
day.
or
All
just
day,
like
this
a throbbing
like sharp shooting pain just appeared.
right here.
All like in my side all day. Just this like
Okay.
stabbing pain, and it just wouldn't stop. And I go in and they're like, "Oh, you're fine. A virus. That's it." And then the next day, I was at the mall, and I get a phone call, and it's, "Hey, I'm so and so from Willamette Falls. Again, Willamette Falls." The second radiologist looks over the scans after the first one to double check it, and they found a mass at like the bottom of the scan, and they're like, "We want you to come back." And I was like, "Oh, okay, weird, you know." So I go back in, and they do another CAT scan, and they found a mass that's around my aorta.
That's kind of an important.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's a vein or an artery. I
It's
think
the
the aorta is
main artery.
It's an
Mhm.
artery.
Mhm,
That's
the
right.
main artery that goes to the rest of
Yeah,
your.
it goes right
yeah.
into your fucking
Mhm,
heart.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
A mass.
So my aorta is encased by this mass, right? And they're like, "So you have this
A
mass,
tumor.
a tumor, yeah, a tumor." And so because of where it is and what it is, they're like, "Well, we have to be really careful." So I go home from the mall and I'm talking to Wes, and I'm like, and we have our little baby, and we got Kyle, and we're laying in our bed, and he's going, "I can't do this without you." And I'm like, "What the fuck are we doing that for? Shut up, shut up." And I
We love you,
like,
Wes.
I have the reason I remember is that I have this picture of us, a selfie of all four of us laying in this bed, and it's one of my favorite pictures, and it's right after I found out about this, right? It's
Yeah.
like one of my all-time favorite pictures. And anyway, so they have me come in for more testing and find this mass, and they're like, "Okay, well, we need to biopsy it." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I have to go in and I have to do a biopsy via CAT scan. So my dad comes up from Medford, and because of where it's at, they're kind of concerned, right? Like, it's scary because they have to be really careful about going in there, and so they're doing needle biopsies
So
only.
even if it's benign, it's still in a very precarious location.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So then I go in for this biopsy, and just to clarify, they weren't real specific about this. So they told me I have to have a needle biopsy via CAT scan. So I go in for this procedure. It's like a day procedure, and they're prepping me, and I'm laying on this table. They lay me down on my belly, and they're like, "Hey, you need to lay whatever way your head is most comfortable." So I lay down, and they prep me because they have to go through my back via CAT scan to get to this.
Okay.
And so they're doing all these things, and then the fucking doctor comes in, and he wheels his shit right in front of my face, and I'm like, "Right here?" And I was like, "Can I turn?" They're like, "No, you cannot move." And I was like, "I can't."
So, hindsight 2020, he should have wheeled that in on the other side.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I couldn't keep my eyes closed.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't, so I'm watching him do it. It's just nerve-wracking. And they're telling me they're giving me medicine, so I don't care. And I'm like, "When are you giving me that?" And they're like, "We did." And I'm like, "No, I need more. I need more," because I very much care. I told the lady, I very much care right now. I very much. It was so terrible. So then they biopsy it, and it's non-cancerous, thank God. right?
Benign again.
Benign again.
But it's in a very sensitive area.
Yeah. So I have to get that checked every year and make sure.
Okay, wait. So it's benign, but you
They're
had to
not
have
touching
surgery?
it. No.
Oh, they haven't removed it
They
yet.
won't. No, because of where it's at.
Because it's so sensitive.
Yeah, no, they're not
And
touching it.
How long ago was this? They found this?
Benjamin was a year. So he's 10, so 9 years.
So you're living with this on your aorta.
Yeah.
Aorta.
So, I also have a history of migraines. So every real bad migraine, I'm like, oh, this is it. We're guaranteed one thing in life. I know this is terrible and morbid, but we really are, and we have to be accepting of it.
You just have to have a sense of humor about it at this point.
You do.
Right?
I mean, the shit that you do. You do.
Is there a So is this related to why you had a benign tumor on your ribs? Is it just a genetic thing? Why it's now growing next to your heart?
No,
Is there an explanation? Have you ever got an explanation for why this is happening to you?
No, I'm an anomaly. I hear that a lot.
Usually that's
I'll
a
tell you more
compliment.
stories about that from doctors that have told me that.
Do it.
Oh, well, the most favorite one was from the plastic surgeon telling me 2 different times, "You're an anomaly." No, you're fucking terrible, is what it is. Anyway, so I have this mass. I'm gonna continue with that because it really is a great. Anyway, so I find out it's non-cancerous, and we move on with our life, and I get it scanned every year, and it's fine, right?
It's not growing?
Well, okay. So nothing has happened up until I just had a CAT scan recently and I had a CAT scan, and I had they did it with contrast and IV and oral contrast because I have lost almost 80 pounds in like 8 months and no explanation.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. I lost 8 pounds last month alone. No reason for it, right?
It's not because you keep walking the hills, because I see you.
I've been doing that for years.
I see you doing that.
Been doing that for years.
Okay.
Ever since my brother died.
So it's not
when
because
my brother died
it's not
is when I
because you're
started.
exercising more.
No.
Okay.
No, and I'm eating the same. I'm doing everything the same, but so now there's kind of another thing right by that one. And there's 2 5-centimeter masses that they found in this last CAT scan. So up until in the last 9 years, nothing has changed with that until now. Like they've scanned it, it's been fine. Nothing's changed. So now things have changed.
Is there a family history of this?
No.
Which is why they keep using the word anomaly.
So I have that mass. Yeah, so I have that one. And then everything is quiet for a while, after that got checked.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't till like the breast cancer came very.
So you've had that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Krista's going through right now, and.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know I had breast cancer?
No, I knew you had health issues, but I wasn't sure what it was.
Yes, I got diagnosed with breast cancer October.
Fucking priest. Here we go.
3rd of 2019.
This happens way too often. There should be a fucking cure for this. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's. Can we talk about your breast cancer story?
Yeah, we can. That's how I got involved with Michelle's Love. Okay, so October 3rd of 2019 was when I got diagnosed. But let's talk about when I first noticed something. So I had. I just noticed a little change in my nipple. That was it. I went in for something completely different.
Was it? You didn't feel a lump, or was it just sensitive?
No lump.
It was like
no
it's sensitive.
No, there was just some dimpling and a little bit of discharge.
Like on
that was all.
Oh,
one nipple.
Through the nipple?
But it was after I had kids.
On the surface of the skin.
Around, the areola
or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
And then there was a little discharge, but I had kids, so I didn't know if it was normal.
Right.
Yeah, and so I went in for an appointment, and I brought it up to my doctor, and I was like, "Hey," and she's like, "Well, let's just get it checked." I was like, "Okay." And thank God she did, because I was 36. 36. Yep.
Yeah.
I was 36. Yeah. No. Yeah, I was 36. Yeah. So I'm like, wait.
We had to do a math check. Math check.
Yep. Yeah. So then she's like, let's just send you for a mammogram. I'm like, okay, whatever.
So it was literally maybe when you're in the shower, or a skin irritation. You noticed something was
I just
weird.
noticed something was different, and I brought it up.
Okay.
So bring up different things.
You should,
if you notice anything different.
That's a
bring
PSA.
it up.
Fucking go to your
Do
doctor.
it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so then they send me for a mammogram. I go in, I get the mammogram done, and the lady's like, hey, if we call you back, don't worry. Young ladies, like dense breasts, we normally call back, so don't worry. So when I got a call back, I was sitting there doing my makeup. I didn't worry, right? They told me to come back. And I call Wes's mom, and her and I are very close. She's amazing. And I'm telling her about it. And then I told her about when it was. She's like, I'm going to go with you. I'm like, I'm fine. She's like, no, I'm going with you. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. The day of it was Kyle's jogathon. I dropped him off at school. He was having a jogathon that day. She picked me up from home, and then we went to Willamette Falls for my mammogram, my second mammogram. We get there, and they do it, and then I'm in the waiting room. They're like, oh, we're going to have you wait. And they're like, come out, and they're like, well, we want to do some more imaging. And I was like, okay. They're like, we're going to do an ultrasound. All right. So they have me wait again, and we go in for this ultrasound. It takes forever, right? And I remember laying there forever. Wes's mom is in there with me.
Because they apparently wanted to keep, like, God, I saw something there. I want to take a closer look.
Yeah, they wanted
the
to look
actual
more.
imaging took longer than it should have. Okay.
But whatever. So it takes a long time. And I'm like laying there talking. The tech leaves. The doctor comes in. She sits down. And I'm not kidding you.
That's always a good sign.
Well, great sign, right? She sits down, logs in, and goes, so you have cancer. And I go, what?
Amazing bedside manner.
What? I was just, huh? And she's like, so we're going to, and she just starts spitting off.
She's reading from a script.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
She's just spitting off, like, what she has to tell me. And she's like, you have to make this appointment. And I'm like, okay. So we walk out. I honestly, like, it was a blur. And we walk out. And I remember going out to Wes's mom's car. And we get in the car. And I call Wes. And I go, I have cancer. And he's like, what? And I look at her. I go, did they really just say that? And she's like, yeah. And she's crying. And I'm like, the fuck, you know? And I'm just like pissed because I'm like, how can she do that? They don't know. They don't know it's cancer. I'm mad because I'm like, but I'm telling him, like, yeah, that's what they fucking said. I'm like all upset, you know? And then they call me later that day. I go get Kyle and I get home, and within a few minutes they call me and they're like, hey, we're going to schedule you for a biopsy. And it's within a couple days. And so I go in for this biopsy and they're like, it looks like the cancer is all the way through your breast. Like, so we need to biopsy a few different spots, make sure it's the same kind of cancer.
It's one.
It was one. Well, so it was one breast.
Okay.
That they saw it in.
But they thought they saw a lot of gross or whatever in that breast. It wasn't just one little.
No, it was throughout the whole thing, right? So they wanted to make sure that it was the same cancer throughout the whole. So then I had to go in for this needle biopsy where I had to lay on this table with like this cutout that you put your boob through.
Right.
And the doctor goes underneath and they, you know.
Yes.
And I asked that doctor at that time, I go, hey, so real quick, why the fuck did she tell me I had cancer before you guys even biopsy it? And he looked at me and goes, based off of a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being least likely, 5 being most likely, you're at a 6. You have cancer. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that makes more sense then. You know,
so
like.
From what she saw on the scan, she was like, yeah, this is.
Yeah, you have to do something about this, you know. So that's where we're at there. So then have the biopsies done. Within a few days, they tell me, you know, it's same cancer all throughout. And then all the appointments start. And so October 3rd, 2019 was that appointment when they told me I had cancer. And then November 7th of 2019 was my mastectomy. So it was, you know, less than a month. Yeah. After. And
double or just
double?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you at that point?
Yeah, that was the thing is, you know, I had the option to only do one.
But then you're like, am I going to have to deal with this in 5 or 10 years?
And they're like, we could do more testing, we could, and I was like, no, just take them both.
Yeah.
And then some ladies have the option of like nipple sparing. That was not an option for me at all. Everything had to go. Like everything was affected. So I go in November 7th of 2019, and I had my 2 boobs removed. And I will say also, that was the last day I smoked a cigarette. I miss it every motherfucking day. every day. I love smoking. I miss it.
I
will
love
never,
the honesty.
Right before that,
It's okay to say that. It's okay to be honest.
Kyle's birthday wish when he blew out the candles was for me to quit smoking. And then I got cancer and I had to quit smoking. So I will never, ever, 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 ever smoke again.
All right.
But I do miss it. Yeah. So November 7th, 2019 was my last cigarette on my way to the hospital a block away for my mastectomy. Went in, had my mastectomy, and I could not have reconstruction done right away because I was a smoker. I had to wait until the nicotine was out of my system. So being...
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah,
but
so
okay.
nicotine, is really bad. And
well,
when your
I
skin's
do
trying to
want to
heal.
clarify. I do want to, and I'm not an expert on this, but I feel like cigarettes are a bad thing.
Yeah.
I mean, nicotine's not good, but I feel like the way that the cigarette industry,
the tar and everything else.
it's
in
the
cigarettes.
shit they put in the fucking cigarettes, the chemicals that made it way worse than just a leaf that grows in the earth. So I'm still not supporting smoking. Don't do it.
Yeah.
But
it's been around for a long time. Whatever. It grows. And so the thing was, the plastic surgeon would not touch me if I was a smoker because apparently with your skin healing, it can cause your skin to not heal, and then you don't.
Right. So it's like, what's the point? Let's not do this until we know you can recover fully from it.
So you actually have to get tested to make sure that you have no nicotine in your body before.
Yes.
So then I had to wait, I think it was 6 months to get expanders placed. So had my so that's to stretch out my skin to make
because
room.
you have to make the skin know that it's going to get a boob in there again. Basically,
you have to stretch it out. So when I had
because otherwise
my
it'll
mastectomy,
shrink up, right?
So when I had my mastectomy, it wasn't like they took my boobs. I was encaved. So that was
right.
The worst that was one of the worst moments of my life.
Well,
I'll
then
tell ya.
let's get that mic a little closer and let's talk about this.
So I had my mastectomy, and then I couldn't shower or anything for 10 days. I had drain tubes, right? So I couldn't do anything until those were
You
gone.
had to do like a sponge bath, but avoid getting that wet or anything.
I couldn't get in the shower at all. You could
That's
not get wet at all.
right.
So like my mom got me these wipes.
Yeah.
They didn't feel like they worked at all. And then I went to my hairdresser, and bless her, she washed my hair for me, and like then I could finally shower, and I was able to take the bandage off after I took the drain tubes out, and that was terrible. I thought they were going to take my boobs. Sure, I would have some scars, but I would just be flat, right? I was like...
No, it went in.
It went in.
It was concave.
It was terrible looking.
And that's got to be kind of a traumatic visual.
I was my late 30s. I was a single lady. I was like, man, this is not a good look for me. I cried and cried. I couldn't look at myself. I could not. It was
and I appreciate the honesty because I totally
terrible.
understand that. That has to be fucking traumatic.
God damn. And then like the bruising and I was black and blue. I have so many pictures. And my mom gave me so much hell about taking pictures. And I'm like, there was one picture I took when the plastic surgeon was going in, and I told her, I said, I look like a freaking playbook. Like, because they had me stand up and they draw where it's supposed to be. And I was like, I look like a fucking, and I'm like taking my selfie. And she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I look like a fucking playbook. You look like the game
plan for the Patriots against the Jets.
Yeah, really. That's how, and I was like, I want to document all of this. So, and I haven't done it. And that's why I told you, like, I haven't done anything with like a lot of the things that I have. I would love to like write a book or like put because I have a lot.
You have a story to tell.
Yeah, no. So then I have that, and I have to wait until I get my expanders until I'm nicotine free. So I get nicotine free, and then I go in for another surgery. They cut me open, and I get expanders, which are essentially empty water balloons, right? That they put in, and then they have a metal port, and every week you go in.
Metal, like a little metal tube coming out of your skin.
Nope, it's not coming out at all. Not at all. So it's this metal piece, but it's got a hole in it, but it's inside your skin. And you go in weekly, and a nurse comes in.
Is that like the port for the chemo treatment? You have a port under your skin. It's totally different?
Yeah, completely different.
Okay.
So then they come in, you lay on a table, they get this big magnet, and they find it. and the magnet has a hole in it, and then they put this big giant needle in, and they find the hole in it, and then they fill it a little bit, and so it stretches out your skin a little bit more each week to make room for the
do
implants.
they at least topical anesthetic,
No.
or does it hurt when they do it every time?
I mean, it doesn't feel great,
Fuck.
but there's a lot worse things in the world,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
I appreciate that you
And
have
it's
perspective.
more like,
but
I think that it's more of, if you can look away, then you're
of
better
course that's
off,
gonna
you
help.
know? It's not like it hurt. It doesn't, it's uncomfortable, I guess, yeah. So they have to find the port, and then every week you go in and they stretch you out more and more and make room for
So
the
this is a
implants.
long-term process. Are we
yeah.
talking about 6 months or 12 months? Or
Yeah, so it ended up, well, I think I ended up, it would have been 8 weeks of stretching because I was able to go pretty quickly
Okay.
until one of my expanders ruptured. So one week
And
I
it
noticed.
just gets better.
That's anomaly.
It's the fucking story of
Anomaly,
your
right?
life. You're an anomaly. So one of your expanders
So
ruptured.
I noticed. Yeah, so I noticed. I have a picture of this too. One of my boobs is getting flatter, and the other one's the same. And I'm like, oh, it looks different. So I go and I'm like, eh. So then they start testing. I'm like, well, I mean, we can't really tell until next week. So I go in next week and like, yeah. So then we have to stop the fills, and I have to have another surgery to get it replaced, and everything stops. Everything. So,
So what year are we talking about this is happening
God
right
damn,
now?
when was it? So if I had my, it would have been 2019. That would have been 2020. It would have been 2020, early 2020, probably like April-ish is when this is
So
happening.
right when the pandemic hit.
Mm-hmm. Oh
And
yeah, during all the
on
pandemic.
a side note,
I had a
did,
+1
did
to
all
all
the
my surgeries.
restrictions affect the care that you could get because the
1000%.
fucking hospital shut down?
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
Also, there was one surgery. I had 6 surgeries in 3 years for this, 6 of them, and one
Say it
surgery.
again. 6
6 fucking surgeries
in 1 year?
in 3.
3 years.
In
Sorry,
3
but
years.
still, that's a lot.
Which is why I have a really bad memory now. I had a great memory before.
It's not because she's 41. It's because
Hey,
of
no, it's not. Anyways, one of those surgeries, though, I went in and I woke up and could not have pain medicine after being cut the fuck open because the doctor did not write the order and they could not find the doctor. And my mom's like, she was just cut the fuck open.
But isn't
Give
there
her
a doctor
something.
in the hospital that
Right?
could also
So they had to
sign
go
that order?
find a charge. It took them almost 3 hours after me getting cut open both sides
Yeah.
for me to get pain pills, pain medicine, pain management, because a doctor forgot to write. Again,
It's a hospital. There's other doctors there that
Yeah.
could probably.
so they ended up finding a charge doctor or whatever the fuck, and he was
Yeah.
able to. That was a terrible experience. There were not a lot of great experiences at that hospital. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, cancer sucks. Cancer sucks,
Yeah,
and
fuck
there's
cancer. It
always
sucks. Yes.
gonna be complications and bullshit with it, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
then expander ruptures. I have to have a new expander placed. So then we have to stop, wait for me to heal, and then start stretching that one again. This one stayed the same size for a while. I think it was 6 weeks until this one got to be the same size as this one, and then we started stretching more. And then I got to the point where I got to get my implants, and I was finally ready. And I went in for my implants, and everything went fine for a while. And then I got blood clots. So after
Of
surgery,
course you did.
yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
So it's after surgery,
Jesus.
and I'm like, my mom's staying with me because, again, my mom is amazing. Every surgery, she came and stayed with me, every single one of them.
Shout out to mom. That's
Shout out to
awesome.
Mom. And so I'm sleeping in my living room because if you've been cut open, there's no easy way to sleep in a bed. So I'm sleeping on my couch
Yes,
and in a
yes.
recliner, and and one night I'm just so I can't breathe. It
Just
hurts
uncomfortable
to breathe,
and
right? Like, I'm like, God, my back hurts so bad, my upper back, and I can't stop moving. I'm like changing positions, and I'm sitting on the floor, and it's getting so bad. Like, and now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, am I having a fucking heart attack? Because it is so severe. The pain is so bad that I'm like, I tell my mom, I'm like, I think I have to go to the hospital. And she's like, thank you. And I was like, I think I'm having a heart attack. And I'm like, she's like, I think you are too. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. I go and they get me in, and instantly they see I have blood clots in my lungs and in my legs.
And was this related to the implants?
Surgery.
The surgery? Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't get up and move enough after surgery. Okay. And so that caused, I didn't know that was a thing. I was not advised of that. I guess I should have done more research. But
yeah, it's on you.
Yeah, it is.
You should have done more research.
So
they shouldn't have given you this information. No, it's on you.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all your fault, Kristen.
So yeah. So then I get blood clots in my legs and in my lungs, and I almost die. And then I'm on blood thinners for a long period of time, and I can't have any more surgeries.
And are we into the end of 2020, or is this 2021?
We're almost into 2021 at this point.
Right.
I think I went like 7 months with my first set of implants before my body started rejecting them.
So you're obviously not able to work a lot. I mean,
no, I was off and on.
I was going to say, like, this is a stop and start thing.
So I was at the hotel.
And obviously, I'm assuming Wesley was helping with the kids, and because you're in and out.
Yep, Wes and Amy were helping with the kids.
Wes and Amy, yes.
Yep, I got diagnosed in 2019, right? And I met Michelle's love, Andy. Andy was Michelle's love right away. And bless them, they came in and so Michelle's love, they help single parents undergoing cancer treatment. 3 ways they help. They pay bills, they clean your house and organize for you, and they supply meals, because they believe if your bills are paid, your house is clean, and you have food on the table, then you can get better, or you have a better chance of getting better, right? So they came in and they paid my bills.
That's actually very honest. So actually, let's do a deep dive on this.
Yeah.
Michelle's love. Mm-hmm. You got connected to them because of your situation.
Because of my diagnosis,
and now you work for them.
Correct,
or volunteer, whatever it is.
No, I work now. I volunteered with them since my diagnosis, but in December of last year, Andy reached out and said, "We're getting big. We need to hire someone, and you would be amazing for that."
So tell me about Michelle's love, because I've seen you post about it. There's been some things. Look, I'm at Costco. I work weekends. I wanted to come help with some of the shit you've posted, but I work Saturdays and Sundays. I can't help.
Almost all of them.
But
are
anyway,
Saturdays and Sundays,
tell me about Michelle's love.
So
what is this origin story of that? Because obviously there's a reason Michelle started this.
No, it was actually Andy that started. So Andy McCandless, her best friend Michelle was a single mom of 4 kids, and she got diagnosed with breast cancer and rapidly declined. Andy, being her best friend, she was right by her side, but saw the struggles of a single mom going through treatment, not being able to work.
Are they local to the Portland area? Or?
They originally were from Arizona.
Okay.
So that's where Andy started a nonprofit down there called Singleton Moms. Mm-hmm. And then when she moved up to Oregon is when she started Michelle's Love. So
this whole thing, when Andy's friend Michelle, this happened to her, they were in Arizona.
Uh-huh.
And then Andy moved up here and wanted to start this to support
up here, the single parents.
Yeah.
Not just, she did start it as single moms at first, but then rapidly changed it to single parents,
and
because it's not only
and
moms.
I'm sorry, you got connected to them at this point. Did they find you? Or
no, I got lucky in the fact that when my son went to preschool, he had an amazing teacher, and that's when I got diagnosed, and she was like, she found Michelle's Love on her own.
Okay.
Because she was like, I want to find any way I can. She knew I was a single mom.
Yeah.
And I was struggling, and so she found them and was like, you should reach out to them. And typically everything we do is through a nurse. You have to be apply through a nurse navigator, but I did it myself, and that's when Andy reached out, and we met up. She came to me, and she came straight to my house within a week and sat with me and was like, hey, we're going to pay your mortgage for 6 months, and we're going to pay your PGE, and we're going to come in, and we're going to supply all the meals, and we're going to take care of you. And they did.
This happened.
They did. And it was no questions asked. They just came in, and they did it. And I didn't want them to come clean my house. I didn't want people in my house. And she's like, just let us come, and we'll do the downstairs.
It's almost like they know what the
clean.
fuck they're doing, and then they just took over.
This is how they get you. Because they're like, hey, we're going to come for 2 hours. We're going to give you $100 to go do something with your kids. And then
Get
come
you
back,
out of the
right?
house. Leave us alone. We know what
And
we're
then
doing.
we bring a big giant group of people
love
and we
it.
knock it out.
I
And
love it.
And my whole house was fucking spotless.
I
like,
love it.
Every cupboard had been gone through, everything, right?
That's
so
amazing.
I come in and it's just I can relax.
So let's emphasize that one more time. It's called Michelle's Love.
Michelle's Love. Yep.
And they're based out of the Portland area?
So Scappoose is where it was based out of,
Okay.
but we serve all around the Portland metro area. We go
Okay.
Vancouver, Salem, Gresham.
And do they have, what's the best way to kind of find them? Do they have a
Yeah, so
website, I'm assuming?
MichellesLove.org.
MichellesLove.org. They're probably on Instagram or Facebook and all that.
Facebook, all of
Okay.
them. Yep.
MichellesLove.org.
Yep.
I'm going to say it again. Michelle, is it spelled the common way?
Yes, MichellesLove.org. Yep.
.org.
Yep.
All right.
And that's a great way to either, if you know someone going through something that needs help, or if you want to volunteer, if you want to donate. Everything we do is donation based. Everything. We do 2 big fundraisers a year. So coming up in October, we have 10 on the 10th. So the 10th of October, we're going to be calling all of you, every single one of you, and asking for $10. $10 from each
Yeah.
person goes a long way, right?
Yes,
and that
it
can help
does.
so many families.
And that's the easy way. So you skip your fucking 2 Starbucks coffees
Yep.
and just give that $10.
10 bucks.
to this.
Each
And
person,
it
10
it
bucks.
takes
Oh my
nothing out.
gosh.
It doesn't change your life at all.
Nope. Nope.
You just have to actually make coffee at home.
Yep. Also, another way that changes not your life at all, if you link your Fred Meyer rewards to us,
can
Michelle's
do that.
Love. Yeah, it's so a community rewards. You just get on your app and you can link it. Takes nothing away from your points or anything you get, but it gives us a small percentage. I think it's 1% a year.
Holy shit.
That all adds up. It
Yes,
really
it
does. Yeah. So check us out. Come clean with us. Come help us prep meals. Dream Dinners. We partner with Dream Dinners and Milk Crate Kitchen. Twice a month, we're prepping meals to bring to families. We clean houses. We organize.
Holy
Come
shit.
and help us out. It's
That's
a
fucking amazing.
great organization. And without the volunteers, we wouldn't be able to do it. So
All right. I'm going to pause it one more time because I have to pee again.
Do it.
But
Yeah.
we're not done.
Nope.
God, what time is it? We don't have to go too much longer because it's, oh, God. 8:17. All right. I don't want to keep you up all night
well, we honor.
because you're so old now.
Well, I'm just debating on if I'm going to go fishing in Bonneville at 4:15 in the morning or not.
Oh, Judas Priest, and we will wrap this up. Let me go
No,
potty.
no. We don't have to wrap it up at all. I'm good. No, it's fine. I just got the text asking if I'm going. I'm like, oh.
Need my reading glasses, but I think we're back up. All right, so
I turned this off right now because I got a little cold. But if you get warm,
no,
I
no,
can turn
I'm
it back
totally
on.
fine.
Let me know.
Please leave
Okay.
it off. And
Okay.
now we're actually going to be able to hear what you've been saying for the last hour. So the rest of it was blocked out by the fan.
Yeah,
so
well, that's
I'm
okay.
totally
Yeah.
kidding. Stop it. Let me make sure it's recording once again.
Yeah,
And yes, I'm old, so I have to put the reading glasses on.
it happens to the best of us.
We are doing this. So reconstructive surgery, we kind of got off on so many side topics, but
Yeah.
I wanted to hear about Michelle's Love.
Yeah, no, I'm
But
glad you
also
did.
reconstructive surgery.
Yeah.
Maybe let's. Where are you at right now?
So right now with breast cancer.
As far as your health, yeah. Where you
Yeah.
at?
So as far as breast cancer goes, I am cancer free. Is what
Okay.
they say. I'm almost at the 5-year mark, so that would actually put me at cancer free.
Yeah, that's
So
kind of the
in
marker.
October. Yeah. So almost there. And then like I said, these other things that popped up with the weight loss and
Is that related to the masses on your heart, you think, or?
they don't think like, so with the masses that they see, they don't see how either of them would be related to the weight loss or anything else. So really, they don't know.
You're an anomaly.
Yeah. And that's
Again.
why I've kind of put things on a pause, which a lot of my family don't know about those 2 masses that they found. I did tell my
Well,
mom.
And by the way, I will. I want this documented. I will not post this unless you're happy with it. So.
Oh yeah, it's fine. I don't care. I
And
told my mom
even,
about
I
it the
can
other
give
day.
this copy to you on a thumb drive. You can review it before I
Oh.
publish it. So.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I mean, whatever, it's fine.
All
But
right, all
I
right.
appreciate that.
Yeah. I would never
I like
publish.
raw. I like raw and
Obviously,
real.
yes.
I mean,
you definitely. That's what I told you. I barely knew you
Yeah.
before this, but I always got the instinct that you're just down to earth and real.
I don't ever hide anything, and I don't know. I mean, maybe that's not a good thing, but
No,
also,
it's an amazing thing to just be real and down to earth.
I mean,
yes.
I think so, but
There
some
was
people
nothing
don't.
fake about you, Kristen. Is
Some
what
people
I meant.
don't
So.
think it's cool.
But
those
they're
are the people
wrong.
that don't want to hear it.
No, but they're wrong.
No, they are. Yeah. No, I'll agree with that.
Some things have a gray area,
Mhm,
and some
mhm.
things are black and white.
Yeah.
If you are not okay with somebody being real and honest, that is a you problem.
Absolutely. I agree
So.
with that. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't happen to be an Aries by any
No,
chance?
I'm a Virgo.
What month?
September.
Okay.
Less than a month till my 31st
All right.
birthday.
So we're coming up on you finally turning 32, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Real
You're-
close.
Kristen's about to turn 32.
No, I'm telling you, 40s have been amazing. Like, I'm
Yeah, I'm
embracing
sorry. That's just
this
my
shit,
standard,
man. Yeah,
compliment
I love
to
it.
women. But,
I love it. I love 40s.
and I
been
love
great.
getting older, yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've lived most of my life single, and I think that's the way to fucking go. I mean, I have been single for 9 years, aside from a year and a half when a fucktard I dated was.
Who will remain anonymous.
No, his name's Ryan. And he's a fucking idiot.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, there's a whole. Anyways, but yeah, no. So I honestly believe that like the key to happiness is embracing yourself and like really just loving yourself, and that
Oh, yeah. I
going
agree.
through cancer alone was terrible because it was very lonely.
Yeah.
The night before my mastectomy, I called probably 5 people to come stay with me, and not one person did. That was terrible.
It sucks.
Yeah,
but,
that sucked. Yeah,
But it also, I guess, is
but
character building.
yeah,
Gives
something
you some
like that.
perspective.
So it really makes you strong, and it definitely makes you appreciate things differently.
Yeah. Maybe it gives you a more clear view on reality or the people you can count on, the people you can't.
I think that's more it.
Yeah.
So I think that's more it of like, I say it all the time. I had the misfortune of almost dying multiple times, right? Like, so there was a few times, like, we hadn't gotten to that yet, but my first set of implants tried to kill me. My body rejected them, and I ended up with a really bad infection and in the hospital, and couldn't leave the hospital. It was almost a week until I got a PICC line to my heart so I could go home and give myself IV antibiotics in order
Jesus.
to fight this infection, and then get these implants taken out and swapped out for a different set that hopefully my body would like, which in reality, I should have just gotten them out and gone flat. Don't get implants if you have fucking cancer. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Well, I mean, at least not, maybe not too soon.
No, I don't think that.
Or just
It's you're putting
never.
a foreign object in your body. Your body is
you're
not
right.
going to react to that
You're
very
right.
well. And when you already have so many medical things going on, your body is in such trauma.
So you're just adding another foreign
More.
object.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, that was my mistake, was doing reconstruction. And I know some people have
And is
success, but most
so
don't.
you're kind of maybe what you're talking about is it's a little bit of a vanity thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I thought, I was young, and like I said, I was young, I was single. I didn't want to go through life looking that way, right? But the complications and the stuff I went through.
So now you're looking at it as a cost benefit analysis. You're like, ooh, was the cost of that worth?
And it was not. And if anything was to go wrong with these motherfuckers, I would go flat in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And I work with cancer patients every day, and I am raw and honest with them. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not good. It's not. Your body doesn't like foreign objects in there.
No.
Avoid all surgeries if you can.
Yes.
Like,
That's a real thing.
It really is. Doctors push for it, but you need to do your own research and look into it. So,
Yeah.
not that we need to go
That's
super far into that,
no, but that's an
we
interesting
do.
observation because, especially, unfortunately, it's maybe more focused on females, but appearance is everything. You know, Pam, my ex-wife, she went through breast cancer at 31. Like, she went through it before I met her. Had to have a tit removed. Sorry, breast removed. That's crude.
Oh, whatever.
Had an implant. But it's like, yeah, what is wrong? And she doesn't have a nipple. So,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Pam. I don't think you would mind this because you can relate. So I'm sharing maybe too much, but I think they found the cancer was kind of right in the nipple area. So they literally had to remove her nipple, and she was like, okay, that's fine, do it. Had an implant, and then you can have tattoos done that make
Or you
it
can
look
have
like
nipples made.
yeah, exactly. So
Did she have that done?
she had a tattoo done, but
Uh-huh.
then she was like, I don't know, I'm not gonna. It started to fade over time, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, she was, and you know, looking back, I'll just give this perspective as somebody that was with her for 13 years. It didn't matter. She is still an attractive woman. She's still fucking sexy. That literally did not fucking matter.
And you're amazing.
It didn't matter.
And you're amazing. But I'm going to tell you, and I
It
know.
didn't matter to me. Sorry.
Okay, so that's the thing.
I should qualify that.
So I
But
chose.
I know that she was could be self-conscious about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because you don't. So my plastic surgeon was like, hey, do you want me to make you nipples? They can use spare skin when they're doing it and make you nipples. And I'm looking at all these pictures. I'm like, you know. And I don't know if she had the surgery where they could go under the breast or did they go through with hers?
Oh, I think it was under. The scar was under. Yes.
So most people, right, they can go under. Mine, no. So like they cut into me 6 times going across, right? So I have like very prominent scars.
Okay.
Right. And he's like, oh, I can make you nipples. And I was like, I'm looking at the pictures going, and then I was like, maybe I'll get them tattooed on. And I was like, I don't think I want that. Eventually, I think I want to just get like a cover piece done of them. But they can do some really amazing things that make them look like identical to nipples. My neighbor went and did the nipple sparing. She also had breast cancer and had the nipple sparing. Don't smoke when you're doing it. She was a smoker and her nipple fell off.
All right. So PSA, public service announcement, don't smoke when they're doing it.
Yeah. So if you want to keep your nipples, yeah. So her nipple literally fell off. And then she ended up getting the plastic surgeon to make her nipple. And it looks real. It looks so real.
Yeah.
It looks so real. But some of them are... my scars are so crazy that it would just look weird, right? And like I said, being single, okay, so it's kind of joking and maybe, again, sharing too much, but being a single woman, when you meet someone after a while, if you plan on, you kind of have to say something.
I was going to say, yeah, this is the uncomfortable truth about it.
I joke about it all the time
if it gets
now.
to the point where there might be a moment of intimacy, that's a fucking hard game to play because at what point do you give them the warning? Do you, hey, my boobs don't look like normal.
I've done it both ways, right? Surprised and not surprised.
That's so fucked up that you have to think about that. But in this society where appearance is so important, apparently, because of fucking social media. Anyway, that's a whole nother dynamic you have to learn to navigate.
Well, and so going back to the whole you're an amazing man, right? Like, and not giving a shit. Like I said, I dated someone for almost 2 years. And when that relationship ended, so I went through my cancer stuff right before I met him. And then I went through 2 surgeries while dating him. And when we got done, he said the most terrible things about my appearance, right? And at the moment, it really fucking hurt, right? It really hurt. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even talk to another man for years, literally years. I'm not kidding you.
That's understandable.
Almost 4 years before I actually opened up to someone. So you're an amazing man, but not everyone
is like that. You need to stop saying that. I don't take compliments well. And by the way, no,
I don't either, but I'm telling you, there's not good people out there.
I am very flawed, but I've been in therapy for 9 years, and it's made me a better person. So look, I have not always been this fully formed, amazing man you see before you. Most of my life I've been a fucking douchebag.
But
not douchebag.
No, okay, so that's what I was gonna say. It's like there's douchebag, but then there's also like people who are understanding humans, right? Yeah. And then people who are just not good people, Right.
Yeah,
And
I always
so
have empathy and
there's a
sympathy, and
difference.
I always want to do right.
So
Anyway, it's not about me. It's your podcast. Stop
but
talking
no,
about
but that's what I was saying about like the whole like being single or dating in this type of thing is really weird. It's a weird aspect.
And that's like some stress,
Mm-hmm.
just concerns that most of the population, although 1 in 8 women get breast cancer, so I mean it's kind of common. Unfortunately, it's too common.
Yeah.
But these are concerns that a lot of the population can't relate to.
Yeah.
Like when you go on a first date, that is in the back of your mind that if this goes well and he wants to see me again, at some point we have to have this conversation.
Yeah.
And it could be the same as if somebody has a colostomy bag.
Yeah.
Somebody has that kind of an issue where
Any sort of difference.
anything that is, yes,
out of the norm. Or
God.
the norm, if you will. Yeah.
or whatever the norm is.
Yeah,
but
that's what I
right,
mean.
right,
Yeah,
right.
it's
Whatever doesn't look normal
Anything
on
that's
the fucking
different.
fake shit that they put on social media, where everybody's life looks like it's fucking perfect.
and that's why I post the shit that I do, because you know what?
Just
life,
be honest.
Life is so short, and it's so fun if you can fucking enjoy
Just be
it.
real.
Yeah, honestly.
Soak in the moments.
Soak in the moments.
Live every day as if it's going to be your last.
Yep, to the fullest. Compliment people. If you fucking like something, say it.
Be
Like,
kind.
Be kind, really.
Effective altruism,
Yeah.
which I've embraced that term, although I think it's been co-opted by. Anyway, I actually believe in that. So the definition of effective altruism, and I've talked to people about this, it is literally giving your time, your money, your effort, whatever, when it absolutely gives you no benefit in return. That is the definition of effective altruism. But in my mind, that's not possible because it makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah.
So I do get a benefit from being altruistic.
So I say it all the time to my kids. You have to create joy for other people, and that creates joy for yourself.
Yes.
1000%.
Yes.
And sometimes you don't want to, but if you do it, it really does
actually
change your day, and
benefits
it
you.
changes
It
everyone
benefits
else's
you.
day. It really
To
does.
sacrifice for somebody else benefits you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, I heard Dave Chappelle quote this on, because I'm a Rogan guy, so I listen to his podcast. But he said, look, I forgot who quoted it. It wasn't Dave Chappelle that originally wrote this, but he quoted it, and he said, envy, jealousy, anger, hatred. These are the only things that actually poisons the vessel that contains them. So that's why it actually hurts you to hate or have envy or jealousy or anger towards somebody else, even if it is somebody that has done you wrong.
Absolutely.
The only person at the end of the day who gets hurt is you if you carry that shit around with you.
And I 1000% think that you can pull something positive from everything that's happened in your life. Everything.
Yeah, it's all about perspective.
It is all about perspective. And you have to have that, though. And I tell my kids all the time when they're being negative, I'm like, if all you're thinking about is this negative stuff, all you're going to see is negativity, no matter what you look at, right?
And
if
it
you
only
can shift
hurts
it,
you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make you
It's
a better
not-
person.
Nope. And it's not doing anything for anyone else. It doesn't matter to anyone else. It is affecting you and only you.
And if somebody wrongs you, which that happens all the time,
Yeah.
Process it, have healthy boundaries, of course. And if you have to
Which
not
is
let
hard.
that person in your life anymore or whatever, but also don't let it consume you.
Yeah. Let it go.
Yes.
Let it go. Life is so fucking short. And it really was when I turned 40 that like my mind just shifted to.
Was there a certain event that made that
No.
happen, or was it
No.
literally just turning 40?
I don't know what it was, but that is where it all, like, that's the only thing. I turned 40 and everything shifted. Like, excuse me.
You didn't have a. You
Excuse
didn't
me.
have
There
a. Do it
is.
again. You should have done that on mic.
Oh,
That's
God,
fucking hot.
That was pretty
so-
good.
I'm sure it picked it up.
I'm sure
So
it did.
you didn't have a moment of turning 40 and like an encounter, something happened with your kids, or
No, I mean,
an
so a
encounter with
little
your-
bit before I turned 40, a little before we moved in here, Okay, so my brother died. This is a big thing I would love to talk about.
Yeah, let's do it.
My little brother. So, my little brother moved up here. My little brother was my best friend. How much time do we have? Do we have time?
As much as you
Okay.
want.
So, my little brother was my best friend my whole entire life. We were the closest in age.
What's his name?
Justin Kyle Sewell.
Okay.
My oldest is named after him, Kyle.
Yes.
Anyway, so we were best friends growing up. He eventually, well, he didn't choose to. My dad he's a sibling of 9, and most of them live in Southern California.
Okay.
Up here, we did not have a great upbringing, right? So my brother in his young years got into meth. And
that's when you were in the Oregon City area.
That's when I had my first apartment by myself.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yes.
And so he came and stayed with me for a little bit, and he was so fucked up. It was like he was on meth, and then I would get home.
How much younger?
He was only 2 years, a little.
So you were 19, and he was 17. Is that about right, or?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually probably closer to 20, but
Okay.
yeah, and he was like all methed out and then drinking by himself all the time. I would get home from work, he would stay with me, and he would just.
So he wasn't. Your mom was still in the area, but he wasn't living with her.
He wasn't living with her. He was staying with me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Your
Yeah.
apartment. Okay. With
I've
the
kind of
cat.
always been the person, right,
The
in
rock.
the family up until I turned 40 and I set boundaries. So that's another thing. But yeah, so my brother was staying with me, and it got really bad, and I didn't know what to do. So I bought him a plane ticket to California to go live with our Uncle Chuck.
And that was your dad's brother?
Mm-hmm.
From Riverside.
Yeah, but
Okay.
he was a real estate agent, and at the time lived in LA. Real nice place. You know, my brother went down there, ended up meeting. So my uncle's friend had a niece, and my brother met her. They got engaged. My brother went to nursing school. They both ended up working at Santa Monica University Hospital.
Okay.
And he became a nurse, and he spent a few years doing that. They got married. They came up here for the marriage, got married on my mom's property. It was amazing. It was so great. And then after a while, nursing got hard for him, and he resorted to drinking. Also, with our upbringing, him being the only boy with 4 girls in the house, my dad being pretty absent, we had a pretty shitty chat. He held on to that for a long time and resorted to drinking and drank a lot, right?
Okay.
Ended up going through a divorce, moving back up here. His drinking had gotten so bad that he was not really a functioning alcoholic, but kind of. So he tried to get treatment a few times. I think it was 8 times. He went away, got sober, came back. He wanted to be sober and just couldn't do it. And then when he moved up here, he did pretty good, got a good job, was drinking, hiding it for the most part. And then got just sick with a virus, and because he had drank for so long, his arteries had thinned out, and because he violently puked so hard it ripped open his artery, and he just bled out internally and died.
And he was how old?
36.
And that happened
In the townhouse that I moved
I
from.
meant what year?
Oh, that was just a little less than 3 years ago.
Fuck.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
is him right here. This is my little brother right here.
Oh my gosh, let's
So
give me the best that the photo is. That's you guys?
Yeah. These are
I'm gonna
all
put this
of
in
us,
front
yeah.
of the camera
He's fucking amazing.
for just a little shout out.
Justin Kyle Sewell. Yep. So
Oh, actually, it's coming through clear. Yes.
he,
nice.
you know,
Alright.
he had his struggles and he battled them, and unfortunately, because of those, it caused him to pass. But his arteries thinned out, and then he just got sick and he passed, and that was a terrible, terrible, terrible.
3 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, my poor mom. And right before that, she had lost her partner of 14 years. She had gotten home from work and
Like
found him.
your stepdad, I'm assuming.
They
yeah.
weren't ever married, but they had been
I
together
mean,
forever. Yeah. And yeah.
You liked him?
Oh my God,
You
he
call
was
him a stepdad, yeah.
1000%. But he has a psychotic daughter. So I'm not allowed to call him my stepdad because they weren't married.
All right. Your mom's better half. Yes.
Yeah. So she got home from work, was fucking pissed because he was such a gentleman and such an amazing man, which is very uncommon anymore, and always had the porch light on for her so that she didn't slip and fall. And the porch light wasn't on. She comes in pissed off and then finds him in his fucking recliner dead.
Fuck, that
Cardiac
sucks.
arrest, calls me, and I get out there. And so then she came and stayed with me for a while. In the townhouse that I lived in, I rented from her. She owned it. She bought it right before Wes and I split up. And so I just moved in there and took over the mortgage and took over the house. And so then she came and stayed with me during that. And Mackenzie, Scott's daughter, went and moved all of her shit out and then changed the locks. So then that's when everything changed. And I moved from the townhouse so that she could stay there. And I moved into a different house in Gladstone. And that, I think, is where life shifted. So my brother died.
And that was around, you said at 40, something shifted.
Well, it was right before 40 that this happened.
Right.
My brother died. I had to move. I had no choice. My mom needed somewhere to live. That was her place. And housing had gotten so crazy during that time.
Yeah.
I searched forever. And then I found a house that was, I wanted the best place for my kids and I. And I've always been able to support my kids as a single mom, being a bartender.
Yes.
Fucking bartender life's great. And I find this house in Gladstone, 3 bedrooms, huge house. I have young boys. I want, I'm drowning when I get in this house. It's like $3,000 a month.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm working my ass off just to pay for a house, right? Because once all the utilities came in, it was so crazy in that house. So that's when all the stress happened, and I was depressed, and I was like, I was reaching for anyone. My kids would go to their dads and I would be alone, and it was the medical shit was going on. I'm struggling with bills, and I'm like, man, this sucks. And my lease it was up. I knew we couldn't stay there, and I spent like 9 months looking for a place, and I found this place. And moving in here cut my bills back over $800 a month. So,
and was this a referral or somebody knew about it, or you just happened to find it?
Like I said, my lease was up and I knew we couldn't stay there. So I didn't renew my lease. I went month to month, and then I spent 9 months looking for a place that was going to work for us.
Yeah.
And I searched and searched and searched. I looked at Malala. I didn't want to go towards Portland, but I looked everywhere else I could possibly look. And it's just crazy out there. And for a single income and like being a bartender, not being able to prove most of my income.
Right.
It was really hard. And I have great rental history, but also I will say when I got diagnosed with cancer, I had $20,000 to buy a house, to put towards a house. And then I got cancer.
And that kind of sucks that out. Yes.
Everything.
Yeah, that's all gone.
Everything, And ever since, cancer doesn't stop when you get diagnosed, right? So, like, I have literally been, like, trying to keep up since.
Yes.
And so I moved in here about a year ago.
Okay.
And that's when I turned 40. So my bills went down $800 a month. My life has gotten
So a lot of good things happened.
less chaotic.
Yes.
My kids are a little bit older. They don't really depend on me as much. And also, they're teenagers and they don't really like hanging out with me as much, So I'm kind of bored. So now I'm like, you know what? I got to find things to do with my life. And now...
So, yeah, now you're like, oh, sure, Ken. I'll do your fucking dumb podcast.
YOLO. Guess what else I'm doing? I'm singing in a fucking band. I'm going to go sing
Are you
with
seriously?
a band.
That's
this
awesome.
This guy has been asking me for years to sing in his band. So... I have been bartending at Coasters for 6 years, and if anyone knows me around me, I am the singing bartender.
Yes.
I sing.
So did you ever do karaoke
Nope.
when I was...
I have sang
You
karaoke
motherfucker. I
one
never
motherfucking
heard you,
time.
but you never
I've only
sang when I was
karaoke
DJing
one
there.
One time my whole
I don't
entire
even like
life.
you anymore.
Only
I
one
brought the
time my whole
system
life.
and you wouldn't sing.
This is the third time I've willingly gotten on a microphone.
On a mic, I know.
The one
I'm
time
just messing with you,
karaokeing
obviously.
wasted when I worked at Wranglers with like Katie and 3 other people.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
And the only other time before this I got a microphone was my brother's wedding.
Yeah.
I begged him not to have me do it. I do not do this well. I don't. And
Obviously
I
you
begged. I
do.
said, don't make me do it. And he wanted me to do it so bad. And do you know what I did?
There's no telling.
They had like 150 people at their wedding, and I got up and essentially said that his wife was too fucking good for him in a roundabout way, not meaning to say that, but how it came out was, and I just stopped. I just literally stopped and said, "This is why," and I walked. I was like, "This is stupid."
This is why nobody lets me have a mic.
No, it's not good. But this man, Jeff, he owns Gladstone Mercantile, and he has a band, and he has been wanting me to sing with me.
All right.
And so finally,
you should definitely do this.
3 weeks ago, he's been asking me for years, and 3 weeks ago he shows up and he has a playlist, and he goes, pick one song, and I was like, oh my god. So I looked through and I said, okay, there's probably one song I could sing on here. So I'm gonna go in on a Sunday and I'm gonna sing with the band, and
they have a rehearsal space, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they play every Sunday at the Mercantile Shop, but then
sorry. So he said just show up here on a Sunday and we can put you on mic.
And then they wanted me to come sing at the Brew with them, so they go and do like shows also.
Yeah, of course.
But I have no desire to do that yet.
But you're going to get immediately addicted to that after this first Sunday. You're going to be like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm going to be a rock star.
I don't think so.
So I'm sorry. The Sunday thing, where's that at? The Mercantile?
Yeah, Gladstone Mercantile. It's on Portland Avenue, across from Vogies.
But they do a gig there every Sunday?
Yeah, that's where they hold
I'm so glad you did it on a mic. You
told me to.
You fucking learned.
You fucking told me to.
You can be taught.
This is everyday life with me, but most people are like, oh, bless you, or oh, excuse you.
You fucking
and I'm
rock.
Like,
that was the best. That was the best. I'm going to make a reel out of that. I'm going to sample just that 10 seconds of you burping, and that's how I'm going to promote your podcast.
Yeah, you're going to get so many views.
But seriously, you're going to go there on a Sunday and sing with the band. Mm-hmm. That's fucking awesome as shit.
You know, I turned 40, and I've literally just said yes to anything that I possibly can. That I'm I went to Alaska.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're comfortable with it, sure.
Yeah,
just
and
try
if I can,
new shit.
why not?
Right.
Why the fuck not? I've done so many things since I've been 40. So many more things since I've been 40 than I have my whole fucking life. My whole life. I had kids and I became a mom. And I didn't know what to do besides be a mom.
Right.
And then having a special needs kid, all I
That's
did
also
was
very,
a mom.
it's very demanding, but very rewarding too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah, of course.
He teaches me everything every fucking day. He is the most amazing kid I've ever met in my whole entire fucking
Yeah.
life. Thank fucking God for that kid. Although, funny story, now that he's a teenager, he's 14, right? I made him clean the bathroom. He
and
doesn't
I bet
like
it was
cleaning.
spotless.
He doesn't like cleaning, right? So he
Really?
stood in the bathroom. Every time I open the door, he's standing there. He's not on his phone, but just because I'm pissed off that he's not doing anything, I'm like, give me your phone. I take his phone. And then I go and I take his remote out of his fucking room. And then eventually I go in and I'm like, you ready to clean? And I close the door and he cleans. And he does a pretty good job, right? And I'm like, okay, thank you.
Right.
So I give him his phone back. And then later that night, I go in and I start realizing between that night and the next day, that little fucker, I love my kid, but kids are assholes.
Oh, yes, they are.
Hid my most used things throughout, like, the laundry room, bathroom. Like, I found...
Oh, he was trying to get even with you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So he is a smart motherfucker.
Oh, he's smart as fuck. So he does this. And at first I'm thinking, oh, like, I go to look for something. And I'm like, oh, it was almost gone. Maybe he accidentally threw it away thinking it's garbage. And then I go look for another thing. And I'm like, well, where is it? And then I'm finding shit in the towels and by the laundry soap. And I'm like, he did it on purpose.
That is
so I
fucking
call
amazing.
his dad and I tell him about it. And I never call him on it because I'm like, okay, he's mad. He had his thing. It's innocent. Whatever. Not a big deal. The other day, I'm like, clean up your shit, right? And he makes me mad. He's not cleaning up his shit. So I'm like, go to your room. And then I realize he's in my room with the door closed. He doesn't go in my room. And I open the door. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. I'm like, if you're fucking with my shit.
He was vacuuming and dusting.
If you're fucking with my shit.
He wanted to make sure that your room was ready and clean. He was probably doing laundry.
And then I called him. But then I called him on it. And he didn't even realize that I had, like, picked up on it before. And I was like, you mess with my stuff before. Don't mess with my stuff. It's like his way to get at me. It's so weird. He finds, like, these little things. I mean, it is. It's very creative. And it's very innocent. I mean, it's
of
not
course,
like.
Yes.
But man, the way his brain works, right? Like,
this is a sweet story, and this is the shit that I want to capture on this.
14.
Okay, because, let's say 40 years from now, when we're not on the planet, he's going to be able to listen to this.
Right.
And
also,
hear his mom telling this story.
Let me say, when Benjamin was 4, his favorite thing that he said ever was he was obsessed with a scooter. And he called that thing his cooter. I need my cooter. I need my cooter. That was my favorite. And I never corrected him ever. It was the cutest thing in the whole entire world.
Oh, my God.
So,
that's fucking awesome.
Kids are great and assholes at the same time. So.
And that's funny. We can wrap it up in a minute, but you made the asshole reference. I work with a guy in the tire shop named Chip. He's an amazing person. He has 2 young kids, a girl, a daughter, and a son. Zoe and oh God, I'm blanking on the son's name. Zoe and fuck, I'm sorry, Chip. And Tara, his amazing wife. I forgot your son's name, but his wife is Tara. His daughter is Zoe, and his son's name. Anyway, they're not toddlers. They're in school, but they're like, 7 and 5, something like that. But he is just as real with his kids as you have just been. He uses the same term, assholes. He's like, so he works at Costco. His wife also has a full-time job, but I think for the most part, she gets to work from home. So she's with the kids all day. And then as soon as he gets home, she passes the kids off to him. But he's made this comment about it's every night, right when it's about to be bedtime, they just turn into little assholes. And I love the honesty of that, about being able to call your kids assholes, because it's real. And it's not, we're not being mean. We're just saying,
no,
they do. Our kids become assholes.
I was an asshole kid too.
Yeah, so was I.
That's just what happened.
So shout out to Chip and Tara. That just made me laugh when you just called your kid an asshole, because we were assholes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And our kids are assholes sometimes, and that's okay to say.
Push the limits. That's how they learn.
Doesn't mean we don't love them.
No, 1,000%. And if you say your kid is not an asshole, you're fucking lying. Yeah, I mean, there's no
That
way.
is intellectual dishonesty.
Yeah.
You're fucking lying.
Because I have good kids. They have good manners. They're good kids.
But they can be assholes.
They have respect, but they're fucking assholes.
They can be assholes. Not always, but they can be.
Not always, but they go out of their way sometimes to be assholes. Now that they're teenagers, it's different,
and that's because their frontal lobe is not fully developed.
No, and I love it. I love this stage. I've loved every stage of life in a different way, right? But like teenage years has been so fun. My relationship with my kids is amazing. I love it. Like we wrestle hard. We have a lot of fun in our house.
Hell yeah.
And we just go for it, and I love it.
And you have a great space here. Again, I had no idea where you were, but I love that you're on kind of the hill. All these historic homes. This is fucking great.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. There's so much to see.
Let's wrap it up. Is there any last parting words? Any other shout outs? Somebody you want to give an FU to? No, I'm kidding. Oh, this was actually a really amazing podcast.
FUs, honestly.
No, this was a lot of good energy. Let's shout out once again Michelle's Love.
Fuck yeah. Andy with Michelle's Love is the most amazing woman in the world. My mom, Susan Sewell, is amazing.
Hell yeah.
Without her. And Ken, I'm so glad we got to do this. Like,
you have no idea.
Man.
I knew you were going to be an awesome interview. You kept telling me as we tried to coordinate this that you're like, oh, I have a story to tell. Yeah, but it was actually an amazing story. I didn't realize. I knew you had some health issues, but I didn't. Yeah, but I love that it was honest and earnest, and it wasn't like anger filled.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It was all positive. Like, I have a story to tell that people should hear and maybe can get some inspiration from.
Everybody's got a story, man. Like,
and it's I feel like it's important that everybody should hear it.
And nobody's story is bigger than anyone else's. Everybody should hear everyone's story.
Yes.
Embrace every second of it, because you can learn.
We can all learn from that.
From everything. Yeah.
And that is, again, not about me, but this is why I wanted to talk to somebody like you that I don't really know that much. And we established that at the beginning. We didn't know each other. Now I feel like I actually know you. That's why I like talking to people, because I learned so much from hearing somebody that has had a different life than I have.
Well, and also like the coincidences that you find.
No, that was so fucking weird. Jesus.
Life is short and life is strange.
All right,
All right,
tapping out.
cheers to you.
Yes, you are the best,
Yay.
Kristen. I'm going to
Yeah,
wrap this
no,
up.
thanks.
And with your kind permission, I do have to document this. Am I allowed to post this, or do you want to review it?
Oh, you can post it. It's fine.
That's
Yeah.
I just have to
trust
get you to say
I
that.
trust
Now you
that
can't
you're
sue
going to
me.
make me not look like an idiot. No.
You can't sue me now, so I can post it. All
I'll make
right.
myself look like an idiot.
Thank you, Kristen,
Thank
for
you, Ken.
being a guest, and you're amazing. And I'm going to hit stop right now. And after I hit stop, you can actually tell me what you really think of me.